Hello, welcome to my show. I'm your host, That One Rebel, back again with another interview on the Late Night of Rebel, and we have a guest coming on by, returning guest, Oathmeal. Before we start, just like to set some ground rules. Just to remind everybody, if you're going to be sometime later in the interview, we're going to take some chat questions, we're going to take some audience questions, stuff like that. So what we're going to do is use the command in the chat, !play questions, that's a S. It gives you a link to a Google document. You type in your username, you type in your question, and then when we get time to it, that's how I answer questions from the chat and stuff like that. But anyway, without further ado, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show and everything. So without further ado, let me introduce my guests coming from behind the curtains, Oathmeal.
Dude, my legs are broken on this avatar in desktop, or not desktop, in
Yeah, woo! Yeah, woo!
Okay.
Broken avatar, woo! I'm not even in full body. I'm in half body.
I should have just gotten a full body. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's whatever.
These chairs work?
Yeah, you gotta click the. If you can, the left, you can show them where the button is.
Stage settings. Okay.
Yeah, it says yes.
Okay, there it is. All right. So, where should I sit? Does it matter?
It sits. You sit next to me, unless you want to sit like a million miles away. I never heard of an interview where someone.
It's giving me an option to click on the chair you're in. That'd be pretty awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yo, there you go. What's up?
Okay. Oh, hello.
Well, here you are.
My tracking is kind of screwed up right now. Yeah, I'm here. Hold on. Okay. That's better.
Yo, what up?
How's it going?
It's pretty good. It's been a while, You're talking now. I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's kind of new.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh god, my cat's attacking me right now.
Oh my god. No, that's just you. What do you mean?
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
Yeah, it's your subconscious telling you to go feral,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's just my schizophrenia. It's fine.
You have the voices in your head? Me too. They keep telling me to sell out for Twitch Prime gaming every day too, and I suck at video games, so.
It never ends.
Yeah, they say I'm a shit killer in DBD too.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, I know. I think we all have voices in our head.
That's because I never do it though.
Oh, you're Survivor main?
Yes, yeah. I killer spazzes me the hell out. That makes me way too anxious.
Really? I'm the opposite. I'm killer main Survivor. I deal with like dumbass survivors every day. Like they don't rescue me and I get triggered and I'm like, what is this shit, dude? I got borrowed time and shit, bro. What the fuck, bro? What's going on here, dude?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, like in my mindset, it's if I'm a killer, I'm against 4 different people. I'm kind of solo and alone. Whereas like Survivor, I'm used to kind of playing solo because you're not wrong. Most of the teammates suck if you're not partied with people, but I can handle that.
Oh.
I've been playing Survivor for like over 1,000 hours on that game.
What you're saying is you could teach me the ways. We can queue up.
I mean, I can try, but I can't promise anything with that.
I mean, listen, it's better than playing with 3 randoms. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, you talk, so you'd be like, oh, the killer's on me, and then I'm like, oh, now I know to work on the gen. Wow.
Yeah, no, that would work, yeah.
Yeah, and you'd be like, I'm dying in the corner of the map, and I'm like, oh, now I know. I'll pick you up. Yeah, I'll help you out.
Perfect. Yeah.
Anyway, so last time I interviewed you was like in December, I think, or something like that. It was like 7 months ago. Or November.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. The first time I met you was over 3 years ago.
During the 2018 crossover.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
it.
yeah.
Yep. Now here we are. All those years later, I'm much older. Not as K Kona, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think that after all this time, did you want? Okay, let's get into the meat and the potatoes. So.
Need to There we go.
Are you good?
Maybe. I'm trying to I'm used to playing in full body. Maybe if I do it like this. What if I do it like that and then I turn?
I mean,
that kind of works.
Maybe. If you want to be in full body, shit. You can go get it.
No, because I don't have a proper chair to even do that in.
You don't have a chair?
I just use the beanbag chair.
Oh my God.
I have a beanbag chair. I'm sitting in a computer chair right now, but with where I'm sitting, my base stations wouldn't see my feet trackers, so they'd probably just be flying off. So it wouldn't really.
God damn.
Be any good.
This is the cat life right here, being the beanbag chair.
I'm telling you, that's probably one of the best investments that I've ever actually made.
Was on Amazon or something, Best Buy, Walmart.
Amazon.
It's $200. I saw it once.
I actually heard it's $100 to $200. Yeah. I asked Drek about it when I heard him mention it, and he linked me what he had.
Damn.
No regrets. It's great. Sometimes I just sleep in that thing. Not even in VR. It's just that comfortable. It's like laying on a cloud.
Maybe I should get one of those, but this room is so dinky, small. It'd just be the one giant beanbag and then my chair. Goddamn.
Yeah.
I don't have enough room for that. I got a yoga ball, for bouncing. For exercise.
For bounce. I was thinking about picking one of those up too, because somebody mentioned that yesterday when I was streaming. I was just trying to imagine how they ship that to you, because I didn't think about it. It makes sense that you would pump it up yourself, but I was just picturing this giant box with an inflated. I don't know. I'm an idiot.
No. You inflate it yourself. It's really flat, and then you just.
Yeah.
I had a self pump, so I just sat there and pumped it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was told, that they send something with it that you can pump it with. I guess kind of almost like a tire pump or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the one if you buy with the pump. You gotta read the instructions, because sometimes they don't come with them. But mine is heavy duty, anti-rip, anti-pop. It's super heavy shit. And then everybody everyone is yo, why do you have a yoga ball? And I'm bro, it's for exercise. What do you mean?
Well, obviously. What else would you use it for?
Sit on. No, because when I was role playing, I was God damn, I can't wield this fucking $600 chair around my room. Fucking hell. So I just move the ball and sit on it. It takes 2 seconds. It's a lot easier than wheeling a chair around.
Yeah, that's. I'm thinking that'd be better to have, because trying to sit in a beanbag chair, a normal chair, just does not work.
Mm-hmm.
And a computer chair is not really that great for that either.
Yeah, I'm an epic role player.
So you use it while you roleplay?
Yeah, Callus Row. For 2 years.
I'm just trying to imagine how that would work. Because with me, I'm really absent-minded. So if I were trying to do something like that, I'd be just sitting there bouncing. So you're having a serious conversation, trying to do serious roleplay, and you're just I can't believe this person died. It's
okay, I didn't do stuff like that. I just sat on it quickly to because you have to sit down, because I have bad back, bad legs. I'm basically an old man. Let's be real. And sometimes I want to quickly sit down. I don't want to wheel this chair and fucking blocking base stations, and so I just sit down, and I'm finally I can rest my feet for 5 minutes, and I just don't bounce. If I want to, I can keep bouncing on it, but people be like, "What the hell's going on? How's that chair bouncing?"
Well, no, yeah. Obviously that's not the idea, but I'm the kind of person that I don't think about it, and I'll sit there and I'll start tapping my feet. And then I don't think about it until somebody's like, dude, this table is moving. Like, are you okay? I'm like, oh, my bad. So I would be one of those people that is like not even thinking about it and just kind of like bouncing on this thing. Like it just.
Uh-huh.
Oh God, that sounds wrong.
It's okay. Sometimes we gotta bounce on people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's why I call it epic roleplay.
We'll go with that.
It's a higher tier than roleplay.
Epic, yeah, epic roleplay.
Yeah. It's because it's epic.
Extraordinary
roleplay. It's
roleplay.
extraordinary. It's at the end of it, everyone's just pogging. They're always like, "Oh, pog," you know, like, you know, right at the climax of the roleplay. When you have a really good episode,
Yeah.
there's always a good climax, and then there's a conclusion. Then there's an epilogue where like you're with the other person or multiple people. Some people are into that, you know. Sometimes people like a powwow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever done that before?
Epic roleplay?
Yeah.
No comment.
You don't want to be
Sure, why
epic?
not?
I mean, you're already a role player. I mean, you're in season 4. Obviously, you're a role player, but I wanted to see if you were taking it to the epic role play, you know?
Was that considered season 4? I thought it was season 5.
No,
I
that's
never
4.
really followed any of that. I don't know.
I looked up in the wiki once.
I don't know. Oh, I don't even bother with that thing. It's a freaking disaster. There's way too much going on there. I can't follow it.
It's like an essay. It's like, bro, I can't just come on, just give me the quick notes. What's it called? The notes. Where it's like one sentence and it says, "Oh yeah, chapter 2 was this."
You talking like, what is it called? Cliff notes?
Yeah,
There's
cliff
like a website
notes.
like that or
Yeah,
something.
cliff notes. Just give me the cliff
Yeah.
notes on this roleplay, bro. I can't watch 30 episodes of this guy in this club talking to mutes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dude.
That's the summary right there. Guy in club talks to mutes.
Yeah, and then there's occasionally some pimp running around. Yeah. Anyway, back to the original statement that I was trying to get to was, you know, when you first started playing VRChat, obviously you did talk a little bit. You did say that. You did actually initially talk.
Yeah, so for the first 2 days that I got the game, I spoke. Not much, because like I've always had social anxiety and it was something new. So like new environment and you don't really know what to expect. Like I've seen videos, but you know, it's not necessarily always going to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I spoke for the first couple days. I couldn't tell you what kind of conversations I had because I don't remember. But on the third day, I just didn't feel like talking. I just didn't really like. I wanted to be social, but I didn't want to be social to the point that I spoke. So I just muted. And from that point on, for like, you know, over like 3 years, I just didn't do any content or really speak to many people. It's like a handful of people that I would speak to in private. That's about it.
Would that also be translate to like real life as well? Like you were just sort of introverted, where you just only talk to very select people and just sort of, you know, when you go to the grocery store, you're like, give me that, you know, like, see you later.
Well, I mean, like, I think I've gotten better with it over time. But yeah, I mean, it's always been like that. I've always been really introverted. When I'm around like big groups of people, it just kind of saps energy from me. Like, I'm definitely not an extrovert. I can tell you that much. I mean, it used to be like I would get stressed when I would go to like the mall or something like that, or have to go out shopping. I've gotten a lot better with that. But as far as like starting conversations with people or going out of my way to, you know, like do social interactions or events or anything, I really don't do that.
I see. I mean, would you say you're the opposite in VR chat? Or would you say you're at the same?
I mean, I don't know. In VR chat, I don't really go out of my way to like. I can't tell you the last time I requested on somebody. Like the thought of doing that just kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety.
10 minutes ago.
I don't. Oh, well, true. That's right. I did request on you.
get
Well, that's
wrecked.
different, right? Because that was kind of like a planned thing. I mean, like unplanned. You know what I mean? So like,
Okay.
if I get on like VR chat, for example, I don't like go through my list and be like, oh, okay, this person's on a private. Like, let's request on them and see what they're doing. It's usually like, oh, here's somebody in a friends plus. Let's see what's happening in that world. Generally, if it requires requesting on somebody, I don't do it. I think the only instance that I have done it in a while is when requesting on Crumpet for DGen nights, because that's invite only.
Wait, you go to G-Den nights?
Occasionally. I mean, not to do DGen things. Like I went there and I talked to like Axeman and Rosmic and Iron and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Play a little bit of pool. Try to say hi to Rob, but he's usually drunk and dancing, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I look at his thumbnail on his avatar and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting avatar. There's nothing going on.
He goes 100. He goes 100% like lewd anime girl avatar. He gets into like the dances with, you know, like everybody in there and everything.
Hey, he said it himself best. He says, when you get full body, you become a full body thotty. You know, you start standing in front of the mirror, use the high anime girl avatar. You know, you're like, ooh.
I mean, yeah, it's the truth. He really gets into it. I mean, that's kind of, I think that's how it goes. He's not wrong. I mean, he said it himself and he's doing it. He's living it. Yeah.
All right. Shit. You still drinking Kraken? Or you moved on from those days?
Oh, you know it.
Oh, okay.
No, I still drink that. The only thing I change with that is just what I mix with it. I go back and forth between different things. Sunny Delight, orange juice. You know, different fruit juices and stuff.
You ever do a?
I also drink Di Serrano though.
You ever do a pickle shot after?
A pickle? Is that what, like pickle juice?
Yeah.
That does not sound good. Wait, like, are you talking like a mixed drink of pickle juice, or just taking a shot of pickle juice?
No, you don't know the meta. Okay, you take a shot of something like your vodka, your Kraken, your whatever you're drinking, and then you're like, oh, this tastes like shit, right? Because you mix it, right? Because, you know, unless you're crazy and just drink straight vodka like a mad lad, you take a shot of pickle juice right after and like negates it. It's like super effective. It's like, what the fuck? It's like you're like poison in Pokemon and you use the antidote, you know? That's what pickle juice is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like pickle juice. So you're saying like just chase like alcohol with pickle juice.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, I can see it working.
Yeah, that's Rob. He literally did it.
Like that'd be a weird mixture though. Like for a lot of people, pickle juice is just not a good taste.
Well, I don't drink pickle juice on the regular. I mean, like vinegary and like gross. But I mean, if I was drinking, maybe I'd be like, yo, let's take this disgusting rum, whatever, and like this cheap shit, and then just drink a shot of fucking pickle juice and be like, damn, I'm good now.
I've never heard of that before.
Ask Rob. Ask Seer. Ask them.
Yeah, maybe if I remember, maybe I will. I do have a jar of pickle juice, literally just a jar of pickle juice upstairs, because I finished the pickles off and I didn't want to get rid of it because it's, I don't know, pickle juice just tastes good. Just randomly drink it sometime. It could work. I'm like prepared.
What if you?
Exactly.
Every time I die in DBD, I take a shot of pickle juice, bro.
Is that supposed to be a punishment or like a?
I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't sound bad at all, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, you can't drink liquor because you get banned for that shit nowadays. But I mean, pickle juice. I mean, you know.
Wait, what? Oh, for punishment? Wait, can you not?
Well, on Twitch, I remember years ago. It was this is like 5 years ago. It was an issue where people would take donations. So like people would be like, "Yo, if you give me $10, I'll take a shot." And so people would be like, "Yo, there's $100, take 10 shots," and then just fucking get alcohol poisoning and like fucked up. Can't do that.
Okay.
Self-harm.
Okay. Yeah. So that's Yeah. No, so that you obviously can't like take donations and stuff like that for that, but
Or subs, yeah. Or be like, yo, 10 subs, I'll take a shot, gamer.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. But I was gonna say it almost sounds like the way you were saying it, maybe it'd be against like TOS to do like the drinking games people do.
Oh no, you can drink on Twitch. It just depends on what you're like. What's the context? If you're doing it for money or doing it for like subs and try to like coax people to give you money to then take a shot, that's illegal. Yeah, well, not it's TOS, whatever.
Yeah.
If you're just drinking by yourself and saying I'm going to take a shot, that's totally fine. But if you're trying to convince people to give you money to take a shot, then you can't do that.
Yeah.
Which I think is
That's
I
understandable.
think it's a fair rule because I remember those degenerates 5 years ago playing League or whatever, and they would get sloshed every week. I remember some of them will like. There was like a famous clip of this guy that was playing League, and then he got so drunk he went like face cam. He like goes like a zombie and just started vomiting out of his mouth. I was so fucking gross.
God. Yeah, no, Twitch has a thing where they don't want you to get to the point where you're just on the verge of alcohol poisoning, because that's basically, in a sense, self-harm. So
What happens if you get too high? Is that even a thing? Just take too many blunts. Too many hits.
I feel like that'd be fine, right? Because like you're not gonna get sick and throw up. I mean, the worst you're gonna do is just green out and you'll just like pass out on stream.
Yeah, but you can't sleep on stream
And I mean-
unless you're under no category. Or does that?
But I mean,
different now?
does it count?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you have 10,000 viewers?
You want to know something? You know, speaking of Twitch, not to change like the subject or anything. I don't know if there was an announcement about it, but I got an email that was
Oh, yeah,
talking about
DMCA?
like DMCA updates and
Yep.
everything. And I don't know if anybody else read into it or if they did like a public announcement about it, but it mentions that copyright strikes can fall off now.
Yes. That's
Did you see
important.
anything
Yeah,
about that?
Yeah, I did see about that. And then one of my good friends,
Because that wasn't a thing before.
Autumn VR, shout out to Autumn. My chat knows. Anyway,
She's great.
Yeah, she's great. So she actually went to the official Twitch. They were talking about the DMCA stuff and literally asked like whatever the staff whoever's working there, like literally they're on stream talking about it. And Autumn was like, so if you get a copyright or like if you think you're gonna get copyright strike, if you delete the clip or delete the VOD, does that like negate that? And they're like, yeah, probably. And I was just like, you say that, but then I hear like years ago where like Soda Poppin was listening to Taylor Swift and that VOD was like 5 years ago and it's gone and he got DMCA'd, so like and you know what I mean, like.
Well, yeah. They had that whole thing where like these VODs from years ago are still on their servers even though they're not like publicly accessible.
Yeah.
If you have like the right link or like the right information, you can get a direct link to download it. So it's still there and you can still get hit for it. And that's why a lot of people were up in arms about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes no sense.
I said it before, I'll say it again. I think what they should do, I think most people would agree with this, is that you're allowed to play copyrighted music. However, besides muting the VOD or muting that portion of the VOD so people can't hear it, which is unfortunate, whatever ad money that you make, yes, ad money, goes towards the movie people. Music people instead. So if you make like $2, there's your $2. There you go. Or whatever,
Yeah.
That's it. That solves your problem, man. I mean, fuck, these songs cost what, $4 each or something? I mean,
I can't think of anybody that would have a problem like that anyway, because unless you're like a larger streamer, you're not really making much money from ad revenue. And I mean, it's almost impossible to get a hold of like the people that own the rights to that music to actually license it anyway.
yeah, you can get DMCA'd anyway.
that would definitely make it easier.
Zero
Even if you own the
underscore
music.
Pro just resubscribed for 5 months. 5 months.
Okay,
Thanks.
my cat is like walking all over me.
That's okay.
Come on, you need to get down. Here you go.
Like it does. I would say it doesn't even matter if you even had the rights to the music, because what the band was, who made Through the Fire and Flames, Dragon Force.
Dragon Force.
They got DMCA'd and they own the songs themselves. Like the own band gets wrecked. Like, and they stream on Twitch.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
remember
like,
hearing about that.
it's like, bruh, it doesn't even matter if you even own the rights, because they don't, they they ban first, or strike first, ask questions later. I mean, they can get it removed, but like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
It's just a hassle, yeah.
I just play lo-fi hip-hop for 3 years. It's like melted in my brain now.
Well, see, I did this setup where I can play music on stream, but it just doesn't go to the clips or the past broadcast.
Yeah, I know about that stuff. OBS did that. OBS Studio, you can set it up. I don't do that stuff because, like, I don't know, man. Because, like, I'm there to play games. I mean, if I was, like, I guess, like, if I wasn't paying attention to chat and I was just jamming out, maybe. But, like, I mostly pay attention to chat and just, I want them to hear my commentary, not death metal in the background, So.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for those biddies. Anyway, yeah, DMC is a very serious issue, and I'm hoping it gets fixed. I don't know, why can't they just tap into like Prime Music? They really got their own catalog. They call Prime Music.
Oh, kind of like how they do like the watch together thing that they have, where you can like watch stuff on Prime Video with your stream.
Yeah.
I feel like they could definitely do something like that.
Yeah, watch The Voice.
The fact that you can have copyright strikes fall off now, that's a start. We're headed in the right direction, at least. So I mean, that's at least good.
Yeah, I'm scared because I don't have any strikes besides going to prison for 3 days, Twitch prison. Besides that falls off after a while.
Yeah.
But I'm concerned because when I interviewed Chips, and he actually sung a song at the end of and he played and sung on his guitar, and it didn't get like striked on Twitch. It got striked on YouTube, and it was blocked in all countries, even though he was playing the guitar.
Really?
Yeah, he was that good. That's how you know you're a top tier musician if you get striked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that had to be. I don't know. Usually YouTube is like an automatic system, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So the automatic, they recognize they recognize the chords, they recognize the harmony, and they're like, holy shit, this guy's so good at singing, dude. You're just too good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no one could basically it just blocked all monetization. I said I didn't care, dude. It's just a VOD of an interview. I don't make money doing YouTube, so I didn't care. But I was still blown away. I was like, dude, he's just so good that you just get like, what happens if you're like singing on Twitch? There's like a whole music category, right? And like musicians, like what if I'm just singing and then it's like, oh fuck you, man, you sung Linkin Park, bro, in the end. But I was like, I'm me playing it on the piano. It's like, okay.
That was a whole problem too, because they did have that Twitch Sings thing. Like they were doing competitions and everything. That literally just completely ruins the whole thing.
Yeah, they shut it down last December.
It's so stupid. Yeah. The whole copyright thing is archaic. The system, the way it is right now, it needs revamped completely.
I think they need to revamp it at the federal level. Get these old timer boomers out of there. Get their these laws were built, I think in like 1996 or some shit, before like even the internet really took off. So like they need to like update this shit.
Get people that know what they're making decisions on.
Get Sleepy Joe on it.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, come on. Come on there, buddy. Anyway, so what you remember like a couple months ago? Obviously you voice reeled to me a while ago, and then I don't know if you were joking or not, but like you said that you wanted to voice reveal on my interview. Were you joking or were you serious when you said that?
I considered it. I actually did consider it, but I don't know. The whole thing with like anxiety and all that, it just worked better the way that I did it, having people that I was comfortable with around. I
get you. What got you to finally voice reveal like after all this time? Did you want to do it sooner, or what got you to do it eventually?
I've been running this through my head for like the last couple years. Just being around people and having them have conversations, like you're hanging out with friends or whatever, they're having conversations and you just can't be a part of it. unless you try to write with a pen. Like, and then the conversation halts, and everybody's sitting there watching you write with this pen. You write out like a full sentence. They can't read half of it because of the IK.
Yeah, I remember those
You know,
days.
if you write too fast, it's like, yeah. So it's like, it'd just be easier just to speak. And I mean, you know, I finally got to the point where I just, you know, worked up the courage to finally do it. I got in a good place with my stomach where it wasn't bothering me anymore. And I was able to do it. I don't know.
Were you nervous?
I mean, you know, being
like
oh, 100%. But I mean, that's gonna happen. You know, like I said, I've always had anxiety. So, and I mean, it's a big change. You know, I've been doing this for like 3 years, over 3 years as a mute. So it's kind of like a shift. You know, it's not like a huge change, but at the same time, it kind of is.
Did you get confidence from seeing like other mutes on mute recently, or did that play any part in it?
I mean, I would say it kind of helped. You know, like I seen where like Yashai and like DJ and all them did it. There was also Fiji a while ago who did the same thing, and I talked to them about that. I wouldn't say I got inspiration from them to do it because I've been thinking about doing it for a long time, but you know, watching them do it and seeing how they handled it and everything kind of helped.
I get you. Well, leading up to that stream, like I'm assuming obviously you said you're like very nervous, you know, like social anxiety. Were you worried about the reception of like your chat, your audience? Were you going to be like, uh-oh, like what happens if the chat split and they're like, oh, you know, I only watched you because you're a mute, you know, type of situation? Was that ever a doubt or like?
I mean, I feel like as a streamer, you know, something like that's always going to be a concern. You know, you're going to worry what your general audience thinks based on certain decisions that you make. That being said, with how I handled everything, I always tried to make sure that everything that I did was pretty neutral and I didn't put a focus on gender. And I mean, also the fact, you know, the kind of community that we're a part of, it really doesn't matter what your gender is for a lot of that. Or they're more understanding and everything, so I wasn't too worried. Plus, I mean, you know, the people that do or, you know, would make a big deal out of that are they're not the kind of people you would want in your community. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, if you're there to watch somebody just based on their gender, that's weird. It's just fucking weird. You're like, why, you know, go on Twitch and pick a mute cat girl and, you know, hope that they're female? Why not watch, like, an actual streamer who is female who uses, like, a webcam or something? Or find another VR chat streamer that actually talks and sounds like a girl, not one that's mute, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
Why roll the dice on something goofy like that?
I don't know. It's those parasocial relationships, you know. Those people are like, oh, they're quirky because they're a mute. Oh man, I really hope I meet them at TwitchCon and they're a hot, sexy anime girl in real life.
Yeah, that's the whole parasocial thing has been like a really big topic lately too. Not even just in our community, but just overall. It's, I don't know. People are ridiculous.
Absolutely. Yeah, people subscribe or give money to expect to get something out of it, you know. They're like, oh man, if I give like $500, this person will like me more, so then they'll go on a date with me and I'll become the best mod ever. Maybe I'll meet them.
Oh god.
Go on a date. Please, Oathmeal, please, I donated. I'm a tier 3 sub, please.
I mean, it's funny to joke about that, but it's true. There are people that do that, and it's just so bizarre.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, it's everywhere on Twitch. I mean, not just in the VR chat community. I've seen it in the VR chat community because I've been a part of this community for years, but I see it and I just shake my head. I mean, I see people, you know, if you're okay, like I always say, if you're going to support someone, even if it's just a tier 1 sub, even if it's 5 bits or whatever, do it because you just want to like, you know, be like, here, you know, here's a tip, you know, whatever. Don't do it to think to get something out of it, you know. Don't expect a reaction. Just you know, just support your local streamers. Have fun, whatever.
Exactly.
Don't be like, oh
You should
man.
never donate money expecting to get something in return. I mean,
Yeah.
unless the streamer says that themselves. Like, if you donate, I'll do this, or like we will do this. Like, don't expect something if it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly. You're just assuming. I've had people try to donate money to me to add me in VR chat. I said that was cringe.
That is cringe.
I'm like, what's the point of being in my friends list? I sit in a private all day. Could have just taken their money and I'm like, yeah, good job, you added me. Now you get nothing. But I didn't want to.
I mean, the real question is, did they say that you had to keep them added? You add them and then remove them after.
True, I could have just done that. Yo, I added you for 5 seconds and I just removed you. Get dumpstered.
Set themselves up for that one.
Yeah. Or you add them and then you just immediately block them. They're still on your friends list, but you would never see them because you block them.
True. Yeah. Forgot that's how that worked.
Yeah. That's VR chat for you. So what do you think about the recent updates to VR chat? We got these physics bones coming out. We got group system coming out in UUI Unity 2019.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually haven't really looked at much of that. I'm really horrible when it comes to keeping up to speed with, like the updates and changes and everything. I usually hear about that stuff from other people.
All right, so the rundown is VR chat is updated to 2019, so better stuff. Hopefully, it's gonna break the game. So, prepare for this avatar to be more busted, and my avatar to be more busted. So that's is what it is. And then supposedly maybe physics bones are gonna come out maybe sometime this year. Basically, it's like more optimized. It's just that's what they're calling. It's basically it's gonna replace dynamic bones. So they're gonna be like supposedly 10 times more optimized. So my avatar is poor right now, it'll be rated good. And also you'll be able to touch other people's bones. So I'll be able to touch your hair and brush your hair and be in a parasocial relationship.
Great. Okay. That's always good. All right.
Yeah, it's for epic role playing.
That'll make public worlds more interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, that community is gonna love that one.
Oh yeah, they're all up
They'll
in arms.
love that one.
They're like, finally, I can remove this client I've been using for years.
I mean, I can only imagine, because it's like how everybody was excited for that one shader that was flying around on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that one shader. Yeah, I love custom shaders.
Anything to make the epic role play better. Yeah.
I mean, you can always just meet someone IRL. I want to have someone, two VR chat people meet up and be like, "Wow, look at these graphics! Wow, you have the you have the shader on."
Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh my god!
Let's cuddle right after. Want to watch a movie? Take a long, hard drag from the cigarette.
Man.
That was good. Let's go again. Man, I thought you were a hot anime girl. Why do you look like that?
Where'd your cat ears and your cattail go?
Oh, sorry. That's for the role play. Let me get the tail in real quick. And the cat ears. Meow.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh god!
I ordered this cattail off Craigslist. They said it was washed.
I don't have anything to say to that. No, dude. No. I was like, wait a minute, Craigslist. Oh.
TwitchCon's gonna be fun next year, I think. You gonna go?
Man, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I have a couple people that want me to go and drink with them and everything and hang out, and I'm just if I go, I don't think I would end up buying like tickets to the actual convention.
Oh, you just go aside.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a waste of money.
Oh, why?
There's nothing I can think about. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it. Like, it was just boring. I walked around, I checked everything out, but the most fun I had was pretty much just meeting people and, you know, hanging out with people at Disney, hanging out at the meetup, going to the parties. The convention itself was just kind of boring.
Yeah, I
And
guess
I mean,
so.
if they handle the VR chat meetup like they did before, obviously you don't need like, you know, like a Twitch pass. They did it outside, so.
Yeah, where's all
The only thing was you obviously couldn't go inside because the VR chat board was like up on the wall in the convention center. But I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I don't need to sign that shit.
Yeah, true. I heard there was some cringe at the VR chat meetup at TwitchCon. People are like making, they're like, oh look guys, where's the mirror at, dude? They're like,
Where's
yeah.
the? Oh god, yeah.
They're like,
no,
they-
people. A lot of people make jokes like that.
Apparently, some people found like apparently someone. I wasn't there because I never went, but someone told me that they brought like a mirror and they were like, "Hey guys, look! Hey guys, look!" I was just like, "Why?"
God. See, maybe I didn't pay enough attention for that. I don't remember seeing that, but I do believe it.
Yeah.
In theory, that sounds funny, but actually doing that is just kind of weird because you just picture somebody walking around with a fucking mirror all day. Because there's nowhere to keep something like that. Like, it's just weird. Like, why'd you bring a mirror? Oh, dude, it's for a funny joke that I'm gonna make once.
Guys, look at the graphics, dude. Yo, where's the anime women?
Oh my god, man. I don't know. I'm still deciding if I'll go or not. I'm supposed to be traveling a little bit this year. I'm supposed to be going to like Vegas and then down to California, I think, in December as well.
Oh, Vegas.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You gonna gamble? All in black?
A couple different things. I'll be gambling. That's mostly what I do is roulette. Actually, roulette's my favorite thing when it comes to gambling.
Oh, shit, you ever gamble on stream?
I have not. I think that would be dangerous.
Yeah.
I have crypto, so I could do that, but that'd be a bad idea because
Ethereum?
all of that would end up gone.
Ethereum?
Probably. It was Ethereum. I've got most of it in Bitcoin right now, and something else called Yearn, which I've lost money on that. I got into that at the wrong time, and crypto's kind of down right now.
Shit. Man, when I
made money moving Bitcoin to Ethereum and then taking it back to Bitcoin, but I lost a good amount of money on that other one.
Shit. Man, what's one
It's
Bitcoin
risky.
at? Like
It's
40K
risky.
or something? What is it at? 20K? I don't even know anymore.
Oh god, no. It's dropped. I want to say it's somewhere between 20 and 30. I think it's definitely
Back in my
Something
day,
like
it was
that.
like
It's
$100.
definitely
When
gone
I was in
down.
high school, I was like, everyone's like, yo, you should buy Bitcoin. I was like, that's cringe,
Oh,
dude.
there's a
Why would
lot
I buy
of you.
fake money?
That's okay. I can
I'll
handle
tell
all
you,
of you at once.
I remember looking at it when it was at $60. And I told myself, I was like, dude, like, I wish I would have known about this sooner.
Yeah, but hindsight's 2020.
And then years later, you know, it leaves my mind or whatever. Years later, I end up getting some of it, and that was around the time it was worth around $580 to $600, right? And I honestly thought that it was as high as it was going to go. I was buying it because I was using it for something. I wasn't really holding on to much of it, like an idiot. And fast forward, and like not much longer after that, it was up to like 20 grand. And I'm like, God, man, I wish I still had that Bitcoin. Because the most I had at any given point was like, I think 2.5.
Oh, shit. I had zero. I never invested. I'm a loser.
Right now, it's just kind of, I don't know. I've got a buddy who's talking about selling out from it, like, or cashing out, sorry. Before long. He's not sure if it's going to go back up or not. And he's like relatively savvy to the whole like crypto market and everything. But I mean, you can't really read it, so.
Yo,
There's,
thanks
like,
for the raid. I
trends that they
appreciate that.
have.
And the sub.
And they generally follow like a trend, but I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not. I never invested any stuff because I'm too papega. Like I don't want to like be like, oh, everyone's doing it, so I'm gonna do it too, and then like lose money and cry in a corner. Like I don't want to go into something I know nothing about.
Yeah, something like that it's the kind of thing where you buy in when it's low, you set it aside, and you don't look at it for a while. Because if you sit there and you keep watching it and you see it going down, you're gonna get upset.
The
about
dopamine hits. It's like that. It's like that meme with the guy on the cell phone. He's like killed it. You know the guy. It's like about the guy who's getting baited and he keeps buying and keeps lowering and then he buys and lowers. Like whatever the fuck that meme is. I don't remember what it was called. Yeah. And then he like fucking just gets super depressed at the end. It's like a video or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Said I invest into VR chat cat girls. Tier 3 subs.
That's a pretty solid investment.
Yeah, I mean...
You can't ask for anything in return, though, so...
Shit.
Maybe a couple head pats here and there.
Those are redeemed, right? I can just redeem them by watching?
I would think so, yeah. You know, you watch long enough, you get channel points. The tier 3 the subscription really doesn't mean much there, but, Or wait, does it? Do you get more channel points when you're a higher tier sub?
Yes.
You do, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, there you go, yeah. That's kind of an investment, right?
Mm-hmm. You also don't get ads, too. If you're subbed.
True. Well, I guess it depends, because you can actually go in settings and change that, where subscribers do get ads.
Yeah, well, why would you do that?
That'd be like a pretty big... Yeah, no, I was gonna say it'd be a pretty big, like a pretty big dick move, but... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna dick move is making your VODs only sub only.
Yeah, what kind of monster would do that?
I know. Yeah, who would do that? Imagine doing only tier 3 subs, streams only.
I've never actually done like a subscriber only stream. I think I don't think they're a bad idea if you do something like sub meetups though. Because if you have subscribers who can't like actually get in VR chat but they still want to watch, something like that could work. Yeah,
I've seen people do it once in a while, like once a month, but not on a regular basis though.
Oh, there's a lot of you.
Definitely not.
That's okay. I can handle all of you at once.
Sorry, we're getting some raids here from Yoshi. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Yoshi.
I think you got another one. I think you got another one before that too.
I did. I said it. I muted myself. You didn't notice, but I said thanks.
Oh, okay.
I gotta focus on the interview. I can't be like, yo, thanks for the follows, guys. Holy shit, yo, thanks for the 1 bit. You know, like this is an interview, not a. Yeah.
Nah, it doesn't bother me. You know, that's something that's taken me time to get used to, too. Is like muting when I have to like thank people for stuff like that.
Oh shit, yeah, you never had to before,
you know, yeah. I never had to before. You know, like I could just say it and the subtitles would be fine, and obviously I wouldn't be talking in game. Now it's like, you know, I accidentally forget to mute up. It doesn't matter if it's like a world that I'm hosting and it's like a closed world. People generally don't care, but...
Yeah, you get people triggered if you go to like a Friends Plus or Friends World. Another streamer will send you a paragraph essay, twit longer. Can't believe Oathmeal was reading their subs out and I only have 2 viewers. I'm so triggered. I'm gonna cancel them. You know?
You know, it's tempting just to do that while not streaming. Just like join on people and start acting like you are. Like,
Yo, what up, bro? I'm with
Oathmeal 52 for the 10,000 bits. Oh my god, that's a lot. Thank you.
Oh my god, dude, you just paid for my college tuition, dude.
God, look at this asshole. I can't believe they're streaming right now. And like walk up and they start saying like 2S words, and you're like, you're an idiot. I'm not actually live.
I'm actually on Instagram live. Loser.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's a great idea for a YouTube video. Pretending to stream in public worlds.
That would be a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. You ever deal with people who boast about being friends with streamers?
Dude, yeah, I've seen where people like brag about having like they'll sit there and they'll name people off like, oh, I've got this streamer added and this one, like they're Pokemon cards. There was another time I was on an alt account in the pug. This was like, I think this was like sometime late last year, and this guy was just upstairs bragging about being friends with Snow OS, and I'm like dude, that like don't get like Snow's cool and everything. He's a nice guy, but like why are you like you're bragging about being friends with a streamer on VR chat? Like, how boring is your life? It's just weird.
I've dealt with that a lot when I go to like random like EDM parties and shit in VR chat, and a lot of people will be like, yeah, dude, bro, I was in this YouTuber's video, bro, like at like 2 minutes and 5 seconds, bro. You can see me, I'm right there, man. Yo, I could hook you up, man. You know, bro, I know the streamer, bro. You know, like, shit, man, I could DM them right now, but I won't because, you know, I don't want to bug them, you know what I'm saying? I can invite them to the party right now. Like, dude, I'm just sitting there like, I have everyone that you mentioned, but I don't boast about it. Like, there's a difference, man.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know. It's like they're not even bragging about anybody that's actually famous. You're bragging about somebody who just plays a game.
Yeah.
Like, they're doing the same thing you do. The difference is they have people that watch them. That's nothing.
It's really weird. I think
I don't know.
The worst offender for me is that I don't like. It's one of my pet peeves. It's when people come to my chat or in game and then they'll tell me about a different streamer that's live. They're like, oh, yo, did you know that Oathmeal's streaming and they got like $10,000 million right now? And I'm like, why would you say it in my chat? Why do I need to know that?
Dude, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Dude,
or like when they're like, oh, dude, so and so just went live. I'm going over there, and it's like, thanks for letting me know that you're leaving my channel.
Bro, I'm streaming
like,
in
why
5
can't you
minutes.
just leave. Just that too. It's like all you have to say is like, you know, like, hey, I'm taking off.
Later.
Have a good stream, and it's like, all right, thanks, man. See you later. Yeah, like don't like self-advertise or like be like, oh yeah, I'm leaving to watch this person. I find them more It's basically like saying I find this person more entertaining than you.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, that's kind of demotivating.
I agree 100%, and I deal with it all the time. I've even had people pretend to be friends with people. Like, there was a person that still like rips one of my friends' avatars, and a streamer was streaming them. It was Murder Crumpet was streaming, and this person stole one of my friends' avatars. And Murder's like, oh, where'd you get that avatar from? They're like, oh, I recreated it exactly from scratch, like 1-to-1. I redid everything. It's like, okay. And then the person's like, yeah, I'm actually friends with them and all these other bigger streamers. I'm friends with the biggest streamers. And Murder's like with like 2K streamers. They're the top of PR chat streaming, talking to them, and they don't even know. They're like, yeah, I could cook you up, you know. It's like, holy shit, dude. God, the cringe.
People are something else, man. I don't.
Yeah, I agree. Since
I don't know, that just made me think of another thing that happened before too, which ironically brings up Snow SOS again. I had the way that I actually met and first talked to him was because I had somebody come to my stream, but their Twitch name was Snow SOS1, and they were pretending to be him on like some other account. So I dropped by his stream. I'm like, do you know this person's going around pretending to be you? He's like, oh yeah, that guy's doing that to everybody. I'm like, well, this is okay. Like, so long as it's not you, because it was just weird. Just the weirdest thing.
what the fuck?
It's on Twitter. He was live at the time too when the person was talking to my chat. I'm like what? Like, do you honestly think people are gonna believe this?
I had someone pretend to be me and go around and do the exact same thing, but their name exactly looked like mine. That one, Rebel, but instead the last in Rebel is an L, right? But what they did was they capital I. So they went around and they did a way worse thing. What they did was they went up to a bunch of streamers, and then they didn't go on Discord. They went on Twitter, or not Twitter, Twitch DMs, like whispers, which I know like nobody uses, but they did that, and they started like sending all these hate messages, like saying like every slur you can think of, and people would DM me and be like, "Rebel, what the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What did I do?" And then they show me this. I'm like, "That's not me. Click the fucking channel. It says that one Rebel with an I."
Yeah, did they not? Like, you don't think to like click it?
No, they thought it was me.
Another thing too, like if you're partnered, like you
Oh,
would
this is
have the
before I was
check mark
partnered.
next to your
Oh, this is
name,
before I was
too.
partnered. This is
Okay,
this is like 2 years ago. It's be 3 years ago, before I got partnered.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. That'd be one of the first things I would check, is to just check the profile. It's like what, like 2 clicks?
Yeah.
Just to click the name and then click view profile. That's not hard.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. I've had similar stuff like that, but instead it was in VR chat.
What? Someone pretend to be
Back
you?
with the. I've had that happen multiple times. The first time it happened, the person had made their name Oathmeal, but instead of an O, it was a 0. And the old name tags, O's and zeros, looked exactly identical.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing the exact same thing that I would do. They were dancing in Void Club. They were mute. They had the same avatar back when I used like the Black Hanekawa avatar. It was weird. And the devs actually took care of that. They changed the person's name to not Oathmeal, which is kind of funny.
Not Oathmeal. Fuck.
Yeah.
I had someone in VR chat pretend to be me, but their name wasn't that one Rebel. It was just using my old Kenny avatar, which is public anyway. But they were trying to like be me, but they were like super racist. I was like,
well, for a second I was gonna say that's kind of endearing, like, you know, they're pretending to be you, but no, that's not good. That last part.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's not me, guys. My name's that one Rebel, not that whatever. They said I think they put the one Rebel or something like that. So people who weren't paying attention too keen were like, oh wait, is that you? Wait, why are you super racist? What the hell's wrong with you, Rebel? I'm like, that's not me.
Oh my god. People just not very attentive.
Yeah, moral of the story. So many times it's happened to me. That other Rebel, yeah. Exactly.
What is it that like people are trying to like fuck up your image?
I don't know.
Like, you don't come off as the kind of person to like that would like rub people the wrong way. You're like usually doing your own thing.
I don't know.
People pretend to be me, but I've never had anybody do like malicious shit like that before. That's just screwed up.
I don't know. They just hate me because I'm #1. That's why, you know, swag, ego exploding. I'm just fucking with you. I'm a fucking nobody. I don't know. Maybe I banned them from my chat like 3 years ago, and they're like, "Fuck you, man! You banned me from my chat. I'm gonna
show this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking pretend to be him."
Oh Lord, man.
I don't know. I got a lot of enemies out there, man. Just doing a talk show, they're like, "Fuck you, man. He runs a talk show. Fuck this guy." I'm like, but why? You know, instead of hating, you could just make your own talk show, make it better than mine. You know, then I'd be like, all right, shit, good job.
Yeah. Well, that takes too much effort. It's easier just to make a name that looks like somebody else's, and then run around in VR chat saying slurs at people, hoping they'll think it's them.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing happened to Crumster before, but I think they actually... I can't remember if it was that they got into his account somehow and were doing that, or they made an account that looked like his.
I've heard.
I remember people were kind of pissed off about that, and then like he had to like start telling people, "Hey, that's not me. Like that's not actually me."
Can we have a verification of your chat? Just have a little check mark.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that. Like I was telling a story on my own stream about how I had people like pretending to be me. It's happened multiple times. And somebody was like, "Oh, like VR chat didn't give you like a check mark next to your name." And I'm like, "When has that ever been a thing? Like that is not
That's not
something."
a thing.
No, it's never been a thing. I mean, it'd be cool if it were, but how would they determine who to give that to? You know what I mean? And at the same time, it'd be one of those things where like it would turn into the same issue that we had when they had like the veteran tag.
Yeah.
When you had like all the people with gold names being like, oh, if you don't have a gold name, then
You're a loser.
You're worthless.
Loser. No, I think
it'd literally be like, oh, this guy has a check mark. Let's crash this guy.
maybe they should just give it a VRChat Plus. They already got that system. And if you have VRChat Plus, you're verified. Paying money.
I mean, that would be one way to do it, right? Because
Yeah,
you're actually
yeah.
paying money into. Yeah. Ah, okay. Nope. Get down. Get down. My cat's on my. Okay. There we go. My cat's an attention whore.
That's okay. They just want some love. That would be helpful. I feel like some people would complain about favoritism from the devs. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some life advice to everybody in the chat, all the people watching. It doesn't matter what you do, you'll never make everyone happy. It's impossible. And I mean that in the literal sense. You can give $1 million to charity and somebody will still say you're an asshole. They'll be like, oh, you actually donated to the wrong charity, actually, or actually you didn't donate enough. It doesn't matter what you do in life. Like, people will still hate on you for the most littlest things. You could be a saint. You can literally save a fucking airplane of 140 people in it, and people still say, oh, you didn't save enough. You know?
Yeah. It's the truth.
So, you know, the less I worry about the haters and I worry about myself and, you know, creating good content, the better your life will be. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you and just have a good time.
It's better to focus on the positives than the negatives.
Exactly. But, however, the negatives can creep up. Have you ever had this happen where, I don't know, maybe to you specifically when you're streaming, but this has happened to a lot bigger streamers. It's happened to me where, like, let's say you have like 100 people like give you love and support, and then you see like that one negative comment, and you're like, oh, that kind of put a dampener on my mood. Even though 100 people like me, and like you see that one comment's like fuck you, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Okay. So it probably depends on if I'm drinking or not. Because if I'm drinking, I have like a really short fuse for that kind of thing, and I have a tendency to snap back at people. And I didn't think about it until somebody said something. I was in somebody's stream chat. I was in Rosmix, and somebody brought it up. When I did my voice reveal stream, it was like it was around a time like where Rob had come in and he was talking in the chat, and then like some other random person goes, "Oh, I thought you were a girl," and like immediately I read it. I'm like, "Oh, I thought you were a girl," and I just looked at the camera and I'm like, "Oh, I don't think anything about you," or like, "Oh, I don't think about you at all," and then just went about my day. Like I just snapped it back at him and just kept going. You know, just try to like throw it back at him or something. You know, it's better than looking at it and feeling down.
I get those type of comments all the time in my chat. Because people get debated. They click oh, hot anime girl, and they click it, and they're like, holy shit, you're a guy, and I'm
Hot
like,
anime waifu.
I'm like, hell yeah, gamer, let's go. You want to party? And they're like, hell no, and I'm like, hell, come on, let's go, come on.
Hell no.
I'm like, come on, man, let's party. Come on, man. You clicked the stream thinking that you get some coochie, man.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's always going to be a regular thing. You'll have people who just kind of randomly stumble upon a VR chat stream and not understand, you know, how the whole thing works. Where like a lot of the guys also use female avatars. Like, oh damn, hot anime waifu.
But why would you play a girl when you can play a guy?
No, see, like a good question to raise with that one is asking them if they always play guy characters when they do MMOs. Have they ever made a female character in an MMO?
Yeah, don't you want to like get those slut mogs, you know? I mean those glamours. I mean
like what, like-
Fashionscape.
Yeah, see, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, come on. Don't you want to be a hot
people make too
anime
much of
girl?
a big
Come
deal
on.
about it.
Don't you want to be a hot anime girl killing those monsters, bro? You see that nice booty, you know? Would you ever stare at a man's ass? Huh?
Exactly. What, like 90% of the time when you're playing like an MMO, you're seeing the backside, right?
Yeah.
If you make a girl character, you can stare at the booty.
Exactly. Yeah.
And likewise, if you're playing VR chat, 90% of the time people are staring at mirrors. Do you want to stare at a male avatar, or do you want to stare at a cute anime waifu?
Yeah, but you are the anime waifu.
I see myself. Exactly.
You get to become.
That's what I'm saying.
You get to become. You get to become your ideal waifu.
Exactly. I don't see the problem.
I know.
So when they just don't understand. We're on a new level here.
Yeah, exactly. Why
They're
would
living in the past.
Why would I want to play as an ugly character? I want to see someone just purposely play as ugly characters and be like, "This is my OC."
Well, listen. I spend my whole life, looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily like hideous or anything, but I don't want to stare at myself in a video game. I'm gonna look at a cute anime waifu.
Yeah.
I don't see the problem. You
get some head pants. You get to look cute when you're in your swimsuit. You look down.
Exactly.
You can't see your feet anymore. That's more of a personal issue though, but it's okay though. I'm just trying to be more immersed so I know what it's like to be a thick anime bitch,
Exactly. You got to get the experience. When else are you going to get it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The only other way would be to attach a GoPro to some thick anime person in real life. Some thick one. Attach a GoPro. Now I know what it looks like.
Well, you can either do that and watch it from another perspective, or you can just live it yourself and become cute anime waifu or hot anime waifu.
Yeah, we can be whatever you want to be in VR. You can be Master Chief.
Exactly. What, you become Gordon Ramsay, Master Chef?
Yeah. I know a lot of people who
you could be.
A lot of people like to play Master Chief. Like, yeah, like when I played VR chat, I just love to be the chief. I'm like, all right. What's your mission? Defeat all anime thoughts. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Well, they've got their work cut out for them because VR chat's full of them. They're not going to run out of supply.
That's true. Why does it matter if the person behind the avatar is a guy or a girl? It doesn't matter. It's just that people build these parasocial relationships where they're like, oh man, I really wish it's a girl behind this screen because I'll donate more money to them and hopefully they'll go on a date and oh my god, I'll meet them at TwitchCon and then I'll hold their hand and then I'll never wash my hand ever again. And I'll buy all their merch. I'll buy a body pillow and I'll never wash it.
It's funny, but it's true.
Yeah, it's true. It's loneliness, man. I read it in a Reddit comment like a couple hours ago. Like people make bank off of certain activities, and they make bank because people are just lonely. That's the bottom line. Dudes are lonely, and they're like, damn. and when you're watching a streamer, like, oh shit, they talk to me. They answered my question.
I mean, it's a stupid mindset, right? But like I said, it makes no sense for them to specifically find somebody who is not speaking and just bet all on black on that person, actually being a girl, instead of, I don't know, going and watching Alinity or something, because they're female, right? They use a webcam. They sound like a girl. Instead you decide to find this random mute. Oh, they're nice and quirky. I sure hope they're a girl. Oh no, they spoke. They're a boy.
But why my pee-pee still hard?
I had somebody in my chat. I can't remember if it was yesterday or Sunday. But they were like, oh my god, wait, they're like, oh my god, voice reveal, wait, you're a guy? Like, my whole life just did a 180. And I'm just thinking, like, dude, if you're if like your entire life is just like, if you're questioning everything now, you have bigger problems to worry about than me being a guy.
You need to play
Like,
VR
that's just
chat more.
weird. Exactly. You clearly don't understand the dynamic here.
I thought girls stood for
Like,
guy
I'm
in
not
real
the only
life.
one. Yeah, they just don't understand. They must be new to the internet.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's the same with a lot of a lot of VTubers. A lot of guys use female avatars. I do, and it's just whatever. But you'll still see people come in and be like, "What the hell?" It's like, you're a girl.
Well, there was a VTuber, like an international one or something that happened with, where I think they used like a voice changer, or I guess maybe they had their voice trained enough to where they sounded female. And they had like a glitch with their VTuber program, and it showed their actual face
yeah
for like a couple seconds, and it was a guy. And I mean, like, I looked into it, and a lot of their like main audience really didn't care, because they watch for the character. Like a lot of VTubers, especially like in that, like on that side of the world, they're characters.
Yeah.
They do the whole debut. They give the name, their likes, dislikes. It's not the person behind, controlling the character. It's the character, and a lot of people watch for that character.
I agree.
And I mean, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's
no different than like Doctor Disrespect, for example. Like, that's not him in real life. That's a character, and that's fine. Like that, it's entertainment.
I don't know. It's people. It's like the same people that like get too invested into a TV show. They're like, "Oh my god, yo, run away! The monster's coming, dude!" It's like, it's a movie, dude. Like, it's an actor, okay? He's just playing a character. Relax. He's not actually dead, okay? Yeah. Like, dude, come on. I don't know.
It just makes me think of like. I remember reading an article about people sending death threats to the woman who plays Carol in Walking Dead, because she almost shot the character that plays Daryl, like in one of the episodes.
Oh yeah.
Because she thought he was a zombie or something. It's like a long time ago, and like she was getting death threats, and you had to like post a picture of them together and be like, "Look, like stop doing this. Like we're friends. It's a TV show. Like drop it. Let it go."
But my Carol X Daryl, dude, come on, man. I need the ship.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, the same stuff happens in VR chat. The same shit happens in Twitch all the time. People ship each other.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that happened with like me and Co. Like we stopped doing the whole thing, and people were still holding on to that. That's ridiculous. Or like I still occasionally get messages about me and Joey being like married in the past in roleplay, but it was like a joke RP that happened like over almost 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Somebody came into my chat like a couple months ago, and they're like, "Oh, like Joey was sad because of XYZ, and like you guys were married." And I'm like, dude, I haven't talked to Joey in like months. Like we don't even hang out in VR. So, like, he doesn't even do VR chat anymore.
Wait,
like,
I think that person's lying, because I talk to him once in a while. He does not mention any of this stuff. I think there's this person. I think this viewer is making up stories to try to make bait something.
Are. Well, yeah, they're holding on to like old like joke roleplay, because it was literally like one video from like one world when we were playing werewolf. Like it wasn't even like an actual thing. It was like a werewolf joke.
Yeah, I believe it. It's the same. I get comments about like not about shipping, but like people be like, "Oh, Rebel, why haven't you interviewed this person in a while? They're really sad." And then I talk to the person. They're like, "I didn't ask. Like, I didn't even what? There's just some random person asking for an interview. I wasn't even. I'm fine, dude. What the fuck?" I was just like, "Wow, dude."
Just like, I didn't say that.
Yeah, like people say that. They'll be like, "Dude, you should call this person right now. They're crying right now." Like, what the fuck?
Crying.
I'm crying, dude.
Chips is
crying, dude. Oathmeal, why don't
he's
you
over on his stream.
Call him.
He's singing All of Me. He's crying. You need to go visit him.
Yeah.
He misses the mute cat girls.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Can you join Ascension Academy? Please. Yeah, I see a lot of that stuff in other people's chats. That's the sad reality. I do see a lot of the shipping, a lot of like, they'll be like, yo, or like it's you know what? We'll talk about it. What do you think about like the mute meta? Well, it's not like kind of dying now, but you know, a year ago it was popping off.
Yeah, I mean, with all the mutes starting to voice reveal, it's kind of taking a dive.
Yeah, mute stocks are down. Unfortunate.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think I think it started to get better when Rob addressed it, but for a while, mute meta was kind of headed in like a really, really bad direction. Like one of the things that really rubbed me the wrong way, because I mean I was still mute at the time, and you know people can like look at that, like look at what's happening, and you know pretty much generalize it all together. But there were points where talkers had their mutes like rolling around on the ground like a dog, and they're fine with it. Like they're okay. It's like roll over, and the person does it, and I'm like, why? Like it looks so. There's like thousands of people watching, and I'm like, dude, this is fucking ridiculous. Like it's yeah, like it's a joke to you, but other people are gonna see this and think that it's a normal thing.
Yeah, you gotta realize people on the outside are gonna look at that and be like, "What the fuck is going on here? Do you play VR and you get like a pet or something? What the fuck?" This game's weird.
It doesn't take much, you know, for something like that to kind of spread and people get the wrong idea. I remember seeing a clip, I think, that ended up going viral a bit on Twitter because this streamer was going around to different VTubers and asking if they would be his personal mutes. Like he didn't understand the full context of what it was. He wasn't even somebody that like really played VR chat, it seemed like.
Wait, what the fuck?
He went into her chat, and he was like typing in her chat and like laughing about it and like making fun of her, and it was just this whole mess. I wish I could find it. I would link it to you because this was like well over a month or two ago.
Wait.
But I mean, it doesn't take much. It does not take much.
I think
people see something and they get the wrong idea.
Was this the video? It was the guy that was like, was it the guy that was complaining about VTubers, or was he asking specifically for? This might be a different person, but I remember there was like a month or two ago, there was a guy on Twitter that went to a bunch of VTubers and like, dude, why you have a virtual avatar? That's cringe. And then he was like a partner streamer and he got banned.
No, it wasn't that.
Okay,
it wasn't that. This guy was actually, he was streaming himself in another streamer's, in another VTuber stream. And like his chat was in there too. And he was trying to like make jokes about it, but he was being kind of offensive. I don't know. It was just one of those things that sprung from the whole mute meta thing. And it was because, you know, obviously the whole thing started with Rob, but then bigger streamers got involved. So like Soda, you know, had Happy Thoughts as a mute. You know, like Jelly Peanut got involved.
Among Us guy,
Moon, like several different bigger streamers, and
Balding
so
guy.
It kind of spread around.
Yeah.
And you get other people seeing this, and they're like, oh, like I went in on this, but they don't understand like the whole, you know, the whole dynamic of it all. You know, people get the wrong idea.
Don't even play VR chat.
That's why it kind of bothered me. Like you see a mute rolling around on the ground for their talker, and it's like, oh yeah, they're essentially a slave that's just gonna do whatever the fuck you want. It's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Well, I think why people like were looking at it is because it got posted to like LSF, and then you see like a big streamer, and then like they're AFK, and then you just see like a mute just writing out people's subs, and they're like, oh shit, wait, if I give money, then they'll write my name down. Oh fuck, and then it's just like it's a money printer.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh shit, that guy got like $10,000 today. Fucking hell, man, I need a mute too. I want to make more money too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and they just get the wrong idea for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily something that's bad. It was just it was heading for a weird direction. I think right now things are fine. They've kind of hit a point where it's not, you know, not necessarily like a bad light or anything, and that's good. Rob addressed it, and I think it helped.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I definitely agree that there was definitely some weird moments where people were getting the wrong idea, or like they were treating people like as like subhumans. It just looked very wrong, you know, and it's gonna make the game have a bad image. Because I remember, you know, 3+ years ago where anybody that wasn't a part of the VR chat community, like I'm not kidding because I remember talking to some or hearing stories from like really big streamers. Whenever the word VR chat brought up like 3+ years ago, they're like, why would I play that game? That's a fucking degen game where people do weird shit. Like that's what their mindset was.
Yeah, no, they had a bad outlook on it. I mean, like if you don't really understand it and everybody else that's not a part of it is talking bad about it, you're gonna think that's how it is.
Exactly. And then they see the mute thing, and then they see people rolling around on the ground. They're like, what the hell's wrong with this game, dude?
Yeah, they're not gonna want to touch it. They're not gonna talk good about it. So.
Exactly. I also feel bad for the people who already were mutes, like yourself and other players or other streamers, like, because I imagine like I could see that people coming to your chat maybe or like DMs and be like, yo, you should partner up with this person, where's your talker, it's like, the fuck, I was already mute years ago, I don't need a talker. It's like,
yeah, I never had a problem where anybody tried anything like that. I could see where that could have potentially been a thing. When I will say, when the whole mute thing started, I did have a couple people reach out and ask if I would be their mute, but it was mostly mutuals, so it was people that I knew. But I just thought it was kind of weird. I didn't want to have something like that, because to me it still kind of did seem like some kind of ownership, like I would be a pet or something.
Yeah.
Because like the way it was is like, people bragging about their mutes, like, oh, you're a mutelet, like you don't have a mute. And so
shit.
Yeah. It
sounds so dumb.
It just sounds so goofy. Like it's weird.
You're cringe. You don't have a mute, bro.
But, exactly. But it's like, I try to flip it around and fuck with that dynamic, the dynamic of it all a little bit, and I ended up getting my own mute. Right, I was a mute with a mute.
Yeah.
Kind of going against the grain, and I mean that kind of fell apart after a little while, for reasons. But I mean, for a while it was kind of funny to me. I don't know. I don't always like like rolling with stuff like that.
I getcha.
It's fun to shake it up a bit.
It's definitely a weird time in VR chat's history.
Yeah, I mean, I just imagine trying to explain that kind of thing to somebody that has no idea what what the community is like. Oh, like if you don't have a personal mute, you're a mutelet, and they're just like, what?
No, because now it's a trick. It's a trick because when you get called that, you don't want to be called. It's like being calling a loser. It's like, oh, I don't want to be a loser. Okay, how do I do this? Oh, I just need to mute. I need to talk to Rob. Okay, let's get one.
Mute?
Oh shit. Okay.
It's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. VR chat is very strange sometimes.
The new meta should everyone should just get Friday flings.
Yeah, I don't even know where what the status of that is anymore.
Yo, where's the Friday fling at? Come on, what the fuck?
Dude, well, the funny thing is, like, okay, so like Ko had like Meech had, okay, so Meech and Ko were Friday flings, right?
Uh-huh.
And Ko stopped showing up to the party nights, and then Meech doesn't really get on anymore either, so that would kind of like fizzled out. And then there was obviously Rob and I, and the whole thing, like, obviously I'm not female, right? And for me it's just weird. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to talk to Rob before I voice revealed, just to kind of like converse a little bit and be like, like the Friday fling thing, I'm sure that's done now. We haven't done anything with that anyway. I don't see Rob on Fridays anymore. Mm-hmm. And I could never talk to him. And I did DM him about it, and he never really addressed it. I think he's just been so busy because, like his move and everything, and we never really got to talk about it. But then he comes by and on my voice reveal thing and like just refers to me as Friday Fling, and I'm like, is this still a thing? Like, I'm so confused. I don't understand.
You can use it. You can use it against them. You can be like, "You spending so much time for your mute and not your Friday fling. That's cringe, dude."
Well, that's the thing. It's meant to be a Friday thing, right?
Yeah, you don't even show up, huh? Yeah.
I don't even know what he does on Fridays anymore because he used to host. He used to host his own like lobbies on Friday. I think he's all over the place with it now. And then I don't really do like the party nights that I used to either. I just do like Friends Plus lobbies. So it's like the Friday fleeing meta. It was kind of dead before even the voice reveal.
Fuck. Well, whenever I think of the Friday thing, I always treat it as just a drinking buddy. You get together on a Friday and just drink with your homies. That's your Friday fling, yeah. Like your plus one.
Yeah. I mean that's fine. Yeah, it sounds fine to me. I mean, the whole idea of it was like the joke he made back then when it became a thing was like, oh, like I want to be better than Chips. He goes like everybody looks at like Chips and Lanfear as like the top VR chat couple. He's like, come be my Friday fling. Let's be better than they are. And I'm just like, whatever. Like, all right, it's whatever. 99% of the time I'm drunk on Fridays. I'm not gonna care. It's fine. Whatever. And it just became this meme thing.
Yeah, I get you. It's kind of like how I had 151 waifus once. That was a good time.
I remember that.
Yeah, I never got you. I'm a loser. That's okay.
Well, that's you gotta go back for the legendaries at some point,
Yeah, you're like Mew or Mewtwo, Fuck.
You gotta think there's like so many different generations of waifus, right?
Yeah, I could have done like a Gen 2, Gen 3, but the reason why I didn't was because like 3/4 of the way through it kind of got boring because I was doing the same thing over and over again, and also people took it way more serious than me. What I mean by that was like, so I would win a challenge, right? I would challenge somebody to something, and they'll say like, "Oh, if I win, you're my waifu," and they're like, "Okay." And
we
then
talked about this before.
Yes.
We talked about this before. I'm not going to say the name, but I remember you talked to me about somebody before who got pissed off and refused to be a part of it when you beat them.
Yes.
And that was just funny to me. So just like, dude, it's just like you're not losing anything. Like it's a game. Like it's just fun. It's meant to be fun. Some people are just way too competitive.
Well, there's a different story of that too. It was a girl that was dating a guy. So when I won, the guy got really pissed. He like DM'd me as like he's like I heard that you beat my girl in this VR chat game or something, or sorry, in this like waifu thing, and like she's now your waifu. Like, bitch, you better not square up, because me and my wolf boys are gonna come get you. I'm like, what the fuck, bruh? Relax,
wolf
dude.
Boys?
Yeah, me and my wolf boy gang, my crasher gang is gonna fuck you up, bro. You think you're gonna take my girl away from me, dude? I was like, at that point, I just said that's cringe, dude.
Just be like, dude, yeah, you're killing me with cringe, man. You gotta stop.
That actually happened. That made me like not want to do it anymore, because I was just because it happened, like that was the worst time, but there definitely was like 2 or 3 other times where the person that was the wife who was dating someone, so the significant other was like, yo, like what the fuck is this? And I'm like, oh, it's just a fun joke thing. They're like, oh, it better be or else. And I'm like, of course it is. What the fuck?
Like, or else what?
or else I'm gonna get the crasher gang after you, dude.
I'm the kind of person that like, if somebody's acting like really, really fucking cringe like that, I'm just gonna be like, all right, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Like what if it's not a joke?
I'm gonna get the boys to come see you at the Void Club.
Are you gonna howl at me?
Yeah.
You gonna bark at me?
Yeah. I'm gonna get your IP address. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking destroy your internet. Ha, loser.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't understand how people could think like me and my wolf boys. Like no part of that is intimidating.
Me and the wolf boys are gonna come see you, Rebel. You talking to my girl, huh? Listen, if you just lay one finger on my...
Thanks for the tokens. I mean bits.
Yo, thanks for the
bits.
bits. Oh. Yeah, if I see you lay a finger on my girl, listen, you're done. You're donezo, buddy. You're done.
I can't, man. I can't with this community sometimes.
Hey,
It just gets too
it creates
weird.
for some good stories, you know.
I mean, it does, but like, it's just when you think about it, it's just weird. People are weird.
Yeah, I agree. I agree fully. I just bring them on for an interview. Yo, what's up, dude? You're that wolf boy that's talking shit. Yo, what's up, dude?
So tell me,
Here's your shot. Here's your time,
tell me
dude.
about your
Your gang, bro.
tell me about your wolf boy gang.
Yeah, tell me about your
How'd
wolf
that
boy
start?
gang. Yeah. All right, so I was a floater in front of the fucking, you know, my life sucks. I was floating in front of the mirror and I just fucking making some bullshit up. Anyway, power fantasies for the powerless. If you lay one toe bean on my girl, me and my wolf boys are gonna tear you up. We're gonna howl at you. We're gonna
Toe bean.
yeah, one of my toe beans.
It's just so absurd, man. I can't.
I had a guy. One time when I was at a drinking night. This guy was getting really drunk, and he's getting really aggressive of me for no reason, like yelling at me and cussing at me. And then he would start trying to throw punches like this. He's like, "Fuck you, man!" And start like punching me. And then I wasn't as inebriated, so I would just pretend to be hit. I'd be like, "Ow, you hit me, dude! What the fuck, man?" he's like, I'm like, ow, dude, that really hurt, man. I was laughing so hard.
Oh god, man.
It was a fun time. And everybody was watching this, and they're like, damn, Rebel, you selling those hits? I was like, yeah, man, I have desktop Phantom Sense. It's real, dude. Even though in VR.
Oh no. Like, yeah, man, I can feel every hit.
I felt every hit in my soul, dude. Dude. He beat me up. I was getting those +1s. Anyway. So, what's your plan for the future? You know, do you plan on well, you talked about how when you were a mute, it was tough to do collabs because you couldn't talk. So does that mean you're going to be doing more collabs and stuff?
I'd like to. Like I said, you know, the whole social anxiety thing and me not reaching out to people, I generally don't message anybody first. So that's something that I should probably work on, because if I'm still dealing with that, I might have trouble, obviously, networking and, you know, planning collabs with people. But I think being able to speak will open the door a lot more on that. Because I mean, like, I don't know, previously, like, for example, I would do stuff with, like, Ash and would play games and everything. And Ash is, like, they're not a mute. You know, they've always spoke. And we always banter back and forth. And to Ash's stream, it sounds like they're schizophrenic. Like, they're just talking to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, only half of the conversation is there. They're not getting, like, the full humor of, like, what's going on. They can't hear what I'm saying. You know, they don't get the conversation. Whereas now they can get that, you know? Or like, you know, like joining other people's streams and actually talking with them. Before it wasn't really like a possibility. Like, if you know who Ambush is, Dobby.
I think so.
You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. Continue.
I think Ambush King. So like me and him have been trying to play stuff together too, and you know, like, I can't really do voice comms with him if he's not, you know, he doesn't have his stuff set up or whatever. But now that I speak, it's not a big deal. It's like, I can, you know, the door's open. I can play more games with people, do collabs. It'll be a lot easier.
When during the duration of being a mute, did you have any times where you were with people, either on stream or off stream, being in a club, a party? Was there any time where you wanted to unmute and just like let's say like somebody was like trying to talk to you or like miscommunication, and you're just like, fuck, I just want to unmute and just say whatever, you know, explain what I'm trying to do?
All the time. Literally, it would happen all the time. And I mean, it sometimes it would be just to join the conversation. Sometimes it would be because somebody was pissing me off. Like I've had instances where they would keep getting way too close to my face. And if I'm not comfortable with somebody and they keep getting close to me, it feels like I have a blanket over my face, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how VR chat is. You know, like a lot of people are, you know, it's unfortunate to say, but a lot of people are socially inept. They cannot read social cues. Like if somebody is backing up from you and you keep moving forward, you should understand that them backing up means they don't want you to keep moving forward in their face. If I'm a mute, I can't tell them to stop. I can't pull my pen out. They're too close to see me writing.
Mm-hmm.
But if I unmute it, I'm like, dude, like back the fuck up. Like, you know,
You just
had instances like that.
You should just have a random soundboard to start playing. Yo, back the fuck up, bitch. Just out of nowhere.
I've thought about that. I've thought about that. Yeah, no, there's been a lot of instances where I wanted to unmute. And I mean, like when I first spoke to you at Vice's birthday, that was an example. Because I mean, like a lot of my friends are standing around talking to each other, and I'm just a mute sitting there, not a part of anything. I felt like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, like people will come up and they'll do like the pleasantries and everything. Like, oh, you know, I haven't seen you in however long. Like, how are you? Oh, that's good. You know, I'm doing good too. And then, you know, conversation dead in the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. I'm just like, you know what? I've had a couple drinks. Everybody else is talking. Like, I know most of the people here. It's a closed world. There's not going to be that many more people. Fuck it. You know, and I unmuted.
I was like, yo, what
So I
up?
had conversations with you. I talked to Rosmic. I talked to Surefour. You know, I had a fun night. It was better that way.
Yeah, I agree. It was a good time. Yeah, just chilling with the boys, you know. Throw back some brewskis, you know. That's what it's all about. Because I do feel bad because, you know, as someone who's interviewed many mutes and also knows many mutes in this community, whenever I go to a party or an event and then, like, there's, like, mutes, which is very common in VR chat, I always feel bad because I feel like they can't add to the conversation unless they have, like, TTS or they take a year to write out a paragraph and you can't even see it, and then you try and second guess yourself, like, 50,000 times, and it's just, like... And then you have to, like... you know, it's just you have to ask like yes or no questions, or like anything like more beyond that is too hard, and then you have to like read body language, and people are socially inept so they can't even read that, and it's like, and then it just diverts to go on Discord. There we go, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. It's funny because like I've been mute for so long, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I always said like near the end of it, like it's horrible because I'm basically a mute that just does not understand other mutes. Like I'm not good at reading body language myself. So like even like you know, like people have different like hand signs for things, or you know, like sign language.
Yeah.
Tyrus knows sign language, so they'll try to like sign things at me, and it's stuff that I've seen like 1,000 times because they do it all the time, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. So my memory is horrible. Like they'll sign something to me, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Then they have to write it out. They write too fast. I'm like, I can't fucking read this, dude. Just like even for me, like if I'm, oh my god, even as a mute, like I was thinking like, I've had other mutes try to interact with me.
Yeah.
And I start to feel really awkward because I don't know how to interact with them either.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna be the same way even talking now. Because you're not wrong. Like to kind of communicate, you do have to ask like yes or no questions. I don't know.
Yeah, or like if you're streaming and then like, let's say someone asks you a question, you have to like type to them, and maybe you don't want to type like the 50th time to like the same question. You're like, fucking A, you know? It's like, why can't I just make a command of like, why am I mute, or why am I do this? You know? Like people get sick and tired of it.
Yeah.
Or in the another example, I know several people who are actually IRL mute. Like they cannot talk. Like they just physically can't. And so they can't use closed captions. They can't do that. It's impossible for them. So they have to type everything and write everything. And I was very vocal 2-3 years ago about when VRChat updated and it broke the IK and you couldn't see anyone's markers. I was so triggered. I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, that affects such a huge portion of VRChat, and they can't communicate anymore. Like, what the fuck? Get to like go on Discord. Why can't we have text chat? Why can't we get the dev pens? Because if any of the dev pens work, but any of the avatar pens break, so it's like, you know.
Yeah.
And then that's why I took the
Yeah,
challenge of interviewing mutes over a year ago, because I was like, I want to tell their story, you know?
Yeah. No, that's something that's definitely respectable. Because I mean, like, there are so many mutes in the community, and you know they all have different reasons for not speaking, but they're all so different in the kind of personalities that they have and the stories they have to tell.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, just because you don't have a voice doesn't mean that you don't have anything to say, and you're fine.
It's because I have a dog. I might as well mention it. So I have a dog. It's
Hold on.
in my room, and he's sick. So I have to not have him lick himself. So he's licking his paws, and I snap my fingers to basically be like, "Don't do that." So if I like snap my fingers or like turn around to see what he's doing, because maybe he think like I'm looking away in VR. I'm not facing him, so he's like, haha, he can't see what I'm doing. And I turn around and I'm like, oh shit, like what are you doing? Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. My cat has been like walking on me off and on throughout this entire interview. He just jumps up on my chair. I get it.
But anyway, like as we were saying, talking about mutes, or sorry, people trying to communicate with mutes and then struggling to do so. Like I don't know ASL at all. Like I know maybe like the bare minimum.
No, neither do I.
And you know, people try to assign to me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't know ASL. And so they have to end up DMing me, and then they have to like sit in the corner if they're like crippled up, and then they're like DMing me a paragraph, and I'm like, oh okay, you know.
I've had people try to teach me, and my memory is just so bad. So I never remember it. There's like maybe 2 things that I can remember, and I couldn't show them to you. I don't remember how to do them. It's just when you see the motion, you're like, huh, like does that mean this? And they're like, yeah. But I couldn't do it myself.
You didn't use
It's just a guess.
a pen for like a year or 2, right, in VR chat?
Oh god, yeah, no, I didn't have one.
How did you communicate in his
I did
body
not have
language?
one
You're
to my
just like,
avatar.
fuck you.
It was basically charades. That's what a lot of my content. That's what a lot of my content was for YouTube, was mostly charades. I would go on adventures with Klaus, and it got to the point where I could, you know, I could write with my fingers the shape of the letters, and he would be able to figure it out, or I could like mime it out, and he would get it. Like he's probably one of the best people at understanding mutes. Like he mastered it because we played and like world hopped and hung out that much. Just became second nature.
That gives me an idea. Maybe I should play charades at some point here. Get all the mutes to do charades.
Yeah.
And be like, who's the best?
There you go.
Sounds like a good idea for the future. Get some charades,
Yeah.
get some who line is it anyway, you know, get some role play going on. Get some improv, yeah. I'm just waiting for the VR chat group system to come out, you know, and get those guilds in VR chat. You're gonna be a guild owner. Make your guild. Cat gang.
I don't. Cat gang, Neko gang. I don't know. I have to see what that's about and figure out what the point of it is, because
Organization.
it just sounds.
So like if you were to, basically how it would work is you can make group only instances. So let's say you're running a party and you're like, hey, every Friday night is Oath's party, and if you're in my guild or group, then you can just join. You don't have to request. You just drop in, drop out as long as you're in the group. It just organizes events better. So for example, yeah, right?
Yeah, somebody just started calling me on Discord out of nowhere. What the fuck?
Yo, what the fuck?
Sorry about
Yo,
that.
dude, yo, come on. Bruh, I had people do that to me during interviews and when I'm streaming, right? Yeah, I'm just like, bruh.
Have that happen. That's weird to me.
I'm like,
I can understand messaging and like usually it makes sense to message somebody first and ask, not just like.
Dude, I got that
start
purple
ringing.
icon, bro, on Discord. It says streaming, dude. What do you think that means?
You know, the funny thing about that is I have more people message me while I'm streaming, and it shows that I'm streaming, and they'll message me and be like, hey, what are you up to? It's like, are you blind? Like, do you not see like the purple icon? It literally says streaming, and then, you know, the title of the stream. Like, what do you think I'm doing? No, nothing. I'm just sitting here watching YouTube. No, like, come on. It's like people who come into a stream and go like, "Oh, what game are you playing?" Like, it literally tells you.
I've had someone
under
do
the
that.
video player.
Like when I was doing Friday like a couple weeks ago, they're like, "What game are you playing?" I'm like, "It's in the fucking game title. What the shit?"
I just don't understand. It's like people are way too lazy. It takes more effort to ask the question than to just look.
Yeah. But anyway, I was talking about the groups. So I would use the groups for this talk show. So, for example, I would make a late night of Rebel, and then anyone that wants to be in the audience, because, you know, it's COVID, so obviously no one can show up, you know. Anyway, I would have people actually show up in the audience, because all they would have to do is join my group, and then they would get the audience role.
Yeah.
And then they can just join. Instead of me having to be like, oh, yeah, instead of me remembering who's vetted, who isn't, who's going to say a slur, you know, like, I can't remember that shit. Like,
yeah,
fuck that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just going to make a group. I'm not saying anyone would on my friends list. I'm just saying, you know, some people may not understand the rules of a talk show. Because, like, I when I first did talk shows, I'll never forget it. Not in this world, but, like, I did shows, and people would run up, like, from the spawn and be like, hey, Rebel, what are you doing? You want to play Battle Disc? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm literally doing it. Like, what do you think I'm doing?
Oh man,
never forget that.
People are so dense, man.
Yeah. But hopefully that group system fixes it, because then I can, you know, be able to run events a lot easier. Because then I don't have to invite people. I can literally just make a group-only instance. Because I can't make this a friends world. Like, people would just drop in, drop out, like, and lag up half the world. Crash you, crash me. Like, I don't... Because what I mean by crashing is when people join a world, it lags the whole world. So imagine doing an interview and then you lag every, like, 10 seconds. You'd be like, what the hell is this? So...
Yeah.
That's what I will use it for, or for, you know, role players. You know, if you're role playing and you want to make
that too, yeah,
you can organize a role play.
Easier.
Yeah,
you can have like more private worlds, I guess, and rather than having somebody manage who joins, you know, if it's a group, they can just get in. Yeah, that'll be good.
There's also some negatives. You always got to talk about the negatives. The negatives would be those streamer groups. I'm gonna see it already, man. There's gonna be those streamer groups where, like, you didn't say you go to my birthday party 6 months ago, so you're not in the fucking cool streamer group. Fuck you, idiot. You're not allowed in my fucking instance. It's gonna happen, dude. We're gonna see some twitlongers about it, dude. We're gonna see some drama alerts about it, dude.
No, I mean, it's similar to the people who go and bitch about private worlds or whatever. It's like, dude, just whatever. People are always gonna have something to bitch about.
Yeah, that's VR chat in a nutshell.
And don't get me wrong, like, getting online, I guess, and seeing everybody in private worlds can be kind of demotivating, but there's still publics. Just go check out some publics. Or message people, ask people to hang out.
Yeah, I did that recently.
I think a lot of people...
playing, doing that... What's it called? Pog? Whatever, the escape room, whatever
Pog?
that was called, the Pog escape room or something.
Yeah, no,
Pod, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of that. Yeah, I watched a little bit of you all doing that.
Yeah. See, I set that up. See, I DM'd and I set it up. See, it's that easy, gamers.
Yeah. Oh. Exactly.
Yeah, she carried the whole time. I didn't do shit. I was just like, easy win. Yeah, high school 2, electric bungalow. I mean, that's literally just VR chat. I'm gonna be honest, man. There's too many times where people stand in front of the mirror, which I know is a favorite pastime, but the pastime turns into complaining about other people because they got nothing else going on. So they're like, let's complain about this other person. Yeah, this person didn't invite me to their birthday party. They're an asshole. I'm like, okay. Nice.
I mean,
here's what's whatever.
Hey, do you mind if I step away really quick? Give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure. In the meantime, I can talk to... Yeah. So, chat...
Yes. I'll step over here real quick.
Yeah. So anyway, chat, if you have any questions, we might as well start taking questions when Oathmeal comes back. If you have any questions in the chat, please use the command questions. Or, you know, I can also take them from directly from the chat, but you might get lost because I might forget them. So please use the command instead and then write down your questions. We'll start taking questions from the chat in a moment here. Unless you have a question specifically for me right now. You're literally going, it's my birthday in a couple days? Yeah, I was. I'm a hypocrite. Sue me. Anyway. No, I mean, like, what I say is true. Like, I've literally joined off of people who, there was a person that literally was complaining that someone didn't show up to their birthday party. And I said, well, why didn't they show up? And they said, well, they were busy at work. And I was like, well, that's pretty reasonable. They're like, no, I planned it for months. And I was like, okay. And they're like, yeah, I blocked them. And I was like, okay, good for you. It's like, it's whatever, man. You're a chat in a nutshell.
So could I ask you, Red Bull?
Sure.
That whole grouping thing, going back to the grouping thing, how is that going to work? Is, like, you're going to be in the guild, or, like, you form Late Night with Rebel, the show, right?
Yes.
For people to get into your world. Is the world always going to be active, or you're going to have to, like, turn it on, or is there going to be, like, a way to, like, turn it on when you're going live, or...
I'm not sure, honestly, because they don't even tell me. So I'm going to assume that you can make group-only instances, and then that maybe, like... Maybe you can make it people like automatically just join if you're like on blue, but maybe I would make it like green so only people who are in that group can actually even request. If you're outside of the group, I won't even let you request. Because sort of like how friend worlds work. So let's say I wasn't friends with the owner and I'm friends with someone on my friends list. You can't actually join the world. I won't even say join or even request. I won't let you. Because you're not friends with the owner.
Okay.
So... maybe I would just be on orange, and then only the people that are in the guild could even request. Period. So then I know. Or maybe, you know, this is hypothetically if VR chat would like to have the option to, you can change the instance in real time. So instead of making a new portal to like a Friends Plus or a Friends World, you can just change the instance whenever you want. So maybe I can like turn on group mode, invite all guild members. And then after like 10 minutes, I can turn it off and lock it down.
Like the moderator options when you go into your friends list or your socials.
Or another idea I brought up, what Lofty said in the chat, was like, I like the one shared homeworld idea. Yeah, I also suggest that they have like a homeworld shared idea. So what do you mean by that? It's because... you know, when Oath and I started playing this game, you know, you play the game, you start in a public world, that was pretty pog, you know? You meet some people, that's how you interact with the first few people, friends, whatever. You can't do that anymore. It's literally, you pop into an invite only. I understand that, like, publics are toxic and garbage, but I think the idea that you can spawn into your home world, and then you have a shared home world. So when I click go home, it's like living with somebody else. Let's say I can invite my friends, my homies, and be like, yo, 5 of us are in our, you know, on our home world, that when we go home, we all go to the same home location. You know, then you can build like, because I see people in VR chat all the time show me their like team houses or like group houses where they'd be like, oh, this is where this person lives, and this person where this room is this person, and like the room is all like death metal and shit, and you go to the other room, it's all like hearts and rainbows. But like they have to invite each other to be in that world, to be in that room. But like imagine like you make a mansion and then you just live together. What? Go ahead.
Think about that idea, but imagine, okay, not just spawning in the same world, but being able to set your spawn point when you join. So if you all have separate rooms, not only do you spawn in the same world, but you could spawn in your own room.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Like check
like
your
you
ID.
Spawn, you can like walk out of the room, meet in like a separate room. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually
lock the rooms and stuff like that.
That is a thing already in VR chat and some Udon worlds. I've seen it before. So
Really?
in the castle, because I sat and talked to that guy for like 2 hours once. The guy who made the castle, he made like a club. Anyway, if you're on like his Patreon or something, you pay him money. You can spawn in the private VIP apartment upstairs. So,
Ooh.
okay. So if he figured it out now, that means that there is a way to like set it up. Like I don't know if it checks like your IP address or like what it does, but apparently, yeah, like because I remember some friends of mine, we went to the castle and we joined. And I was waiting in the spawn, and I was like, why didn't they, where are they? And they said, oh, sorry, I'm a VIP, so actually every time I go to the castle, I spawn in the apartment, the loft or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck?
I don't think it's IP related. I think they can actually do it by name. So they actually edit the map and add your name with certain parameters. I feel like I've heard of something like that, because I think with the Gator lobbies, like Rob's Bar and everything, they're trying to have like a system where you have like tokens and stuff to like gamble with and like different statuses and stuff like that. Yeah. And so in order to keep track of all that, I think it ties into like Udon and your account name and everything. Because if it was IP, I mean, not everybody has a static IP.
Oh, then it's probably username. Yeah, it's something like that. I'm not sure because I didn't ask specifically, but I thought that was cool. So that actually could be a thing. We just need the shared world, and then like, you know, let's say you have like a mansion, and then you go to Oathmeal's room, you go to Jacoba's room or whatever, and you literally spawn in your room. Like, that's what I've always wanted in VR chat was like, imagine, because I think it's to me depressing when you load into the game for the first time every day or every night, and you start like you're just there in front of whatever room you're in, and you're just depressed, and you're just sitting through looking at your social list, like, oh, where's everybody? Instead, you can spawn into your house or whatever you got set, and then you're like, oh shit, yo, what up, dude? Like you just immediately see your friend.
That would be cool, yeah. And then, like, well, you like spawn and like you go down, like you go into another room and like you've got like your friends just kind of chilling there.
Yeah,
just,
like that, like that's like
talking, yeah.
It'd be like your hub, like you have your own hub.
Roommates or whatever.
Yeah, and then like let's say you leave, you go to a party for like 2 hours. You're like, oh, okay, let's go back home. You go back home, your boys are just sitting there watching a movie. Like, oh, yo, what's up, dude? Oh, I was at the Void Club getting some mad pussy, bro. Like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could do that. Like, you could be like, you know, or like, yo, let's go home, guys. Okay, we're all drunk. Yo, let's go back home. And then you go back to your home hub world, and you're all drunk, passed out together. I don't fucking know. You know, like, I think it would make so much more memories and like interactions with people instead of like, oh, I'm trying to request.
With how many people actually sleep in VR and like they have their own set communities and everything like that, that would actually work for a lot of people too. Yeah. I know people who sleep almost every single day in VR.
I've never slept in this game.
Saying they'd love something like that. I have either by passing out from drinking and just falling asleep in the beanbag chair, or like done like a sleepover type thing before where we like watch a movie and hang out and chat for a while and then just try to sleep. It's hard for me to sleep in VR unless I'm drunk. It's having a headset on your head and trying to lay down comfortably is almost impossible.
This fucking heater melting my brain. Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically like two computer monitors glued to your eyes and just not comfortable to lay on.
Exactly. But that's the one thing.
So there was somebody too.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's somebody too who is like telling me if they spend too much time in their VR, it starts to like get extremely fucking hot, and like another person who had like fumes coming off their VR. It's probably pretty unhealthy to do that.
Holy shit!
It's not a good thing.
I know some people that spend 14 to 16 hours in VR chat. They literally live in this game. There's people that literally. They only take off the headset to take a shower, eat, and they're back in. Yeah. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I don't know how they do that. I can't do that. I'm in like 3-4 hours, bro, and like I'm done. I'm donezo.
I usually average somewhere between 3 to 6 hours. Yesterday I was actually in VR for like 10 hours because I streamed for like 7. I ended up watching a movie. I got like a half hour through the movie. And then went to another world because the version on that world was way too dark. So I had to watch that 30 minutes over, and it was a 2-hour movie. So I don't know. My eyes were so done by the end of that. I don't know how people do it.
I don't don't know. Well, I think they do it because this is their life. This is their second life.
Well, no. Like, I get that. I'm just saying, like, growing up, my parents always said something like, don't sit too close to the TV. And now it's like I'm wearing 2 computer monitors against my eyes. Like,
Okay, well, your parents
eye
said
fatigue is a real thing.
What?
It's a real thing.
No, it is.
Like, what I mean is, like, not like how do these people do this? Like, how do they have the time? It's more like health-wise. Like, this can't be good for our eyes in the long term. You know what I mean?
So
I don't know how
what
they do
TVs
it.
back
Like,
then actually did hurt people's eyes. That actually was a real thing based on how old the TV was. And then I asked my eye doctor because, I don't know, I got tested like every year. Anyway, so this is when I was more of a degen and I had my Oculus and I would play like 6 to 10 hours a day. And I got my eyes tested because I was worried that my eyes were going to go like super shit. So I told my eye doctor, I was like, yeah, I play like VR and like this thing is like literally like an inch from my eyeball, like 6 to 10 hours a day. And I got my eyes tested, my vision did not change at all. And I said, why is that? And I said, like, why didn't my vision change? And they said, well, like, I told them the same thing, like, when I was a kid, you're not supposed to sit close to the TV. And they said, well, if that was true, like, technically TVs back then had some sort of like light tube in it that wasn't really healthy for eyes. And they do have like monitors now, they're like blue whatever, and it said like, well, the reason why is because what's in the headset is, it can still strain your eyes if you're fucking playing 20 hours a day, like no shit, but like if you're like playing a couple hours, it's fine. It does, that's basically what the eye doctor told me. I don't remember word for word, but they said like you should be fine. Like if you're actually having eye strain or anything like that, then you should probably stop. Like that's the logical thing to do. And I was like, of course. I said, for example, because I wear glasses since I was a kid, I also have contacts. I haven't worn my contacts in a long time now because I only use them when I went to college and school and whatever. Anyway, when I would wear my contacts and look at a monitor, or even in VR, because I did try them in VR, I don't use them in VR anymore because I have VR lenses, which are literally my eye prescription. So I don't need the contacts anymore. But anyway, when I would wear contacts, anyone who ever wears contacts should say this or know this, but when you stare at a computer monitor or a TV, your eyes would dry out like 10 times faster. So after like an hour or two, like my eyes would start hurting. Like literally every time I blink, it's just pain when you're wearing contacts. And that's why people put the eye drops in and shit like that. But I would just not wear contacts when I'm playing, PC games, because I'm like, why would I do that? Just wear my glasses so my eyes don't hurt. And it's the same thing when I was in VR. I used to wear contacts, my eyes would start hurting after like 4 hours. I had to put eye drops in, and then I just said, fuck that, and just got lenses. Which are my eyeglass prescription. Then. Yeah, so my eyes don't hurt.
Okay.
So, anyway, I said while you were AFK, we're gonna take some questions in the chat. So we have some questions here. First question's from Jib Jib. Do you have a name origin story? If you want to tell your origin of Oathmeal.
It's not really like an interesting story or anything. So at the time, I was just going by Oath, and my old friend group that has like no ties to VR chat. One day, one of them just called me Oats instead of Oath, and that another day ended up evolving into them saying Oathmeal. Like they just kind of tied oats and oath together, but then they added like meal, like oatmeal. And so I thought it was funny. I probably could have registered the name Oath like for VR chat because I was in it early enough. But instead, I just registered the name Oathmeal, and I honestly don't know why. And I just stuck with it. I mean, I don't know. That's pretty much it.
All right. I mean, my origin story I've told before, but make it short so we have more time for other questions. When I was on the Xbox 360, when you're an epic gamer, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty, and I see a lot of people have like it's in their name, like the lowercase I, the capital T, and the Z or Z, wherever you're from. And I saw that, and then I saw the space, and then like someone put like Toxic or fucking Diesel or whatever. And I was like, and I saw someone named like Rebel something. So I was like, oh, what if I call myself It's Rebel or so I called myself It's Rebellion, but I couldn't have that name because someone took it. So I had 3 eyes and 2 of the eye look accounts. It was so cringe. So that's the first version of my name, and I'll play COD all the time. And then I eventually made a YouTube channel back in 2012, and I was like, oh man, I really want to be like Sean Anders and Hutch, and oh my god, Machinima, oh my god, you know. And I decided to, instead of making It's Rebellion, I was like, I like the name Rebel, and I can't have it because like you can't have that name on YouTube because someone already has it. So I was like, fuck. So I was like, The One Rebel? No, that sounds dumb. And I was like, That One Rebel. And then I didn't even get the name. And I was like, fuck, I can't even get That One Rebel. So I put That One Rebel 55 because I was like super mad. And then I got that. And then I did that. And then on Twitch, I had the same name, That One Rebel 55. And then like before I did VR chat, I could actually switch it to just That One Rebel. And I was like, Papa bless. And then for the last 3.5 years, I tried to get the name Rebel, but I can't because whoever had the name Rebel actually was banned off of Twitch. They're a bad boy, and I can't have their name.
I remember you telling me that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I need that ninja money.
I wonder why they wouldn't recycle a name like that. Like,
I need that 20
the name's
million.
not being used. It's banned 20 million. Yeah.
I need that ninja
Gotta
money.
get super famous.
I gotta get that 10,000 viewers, and they'll turn a blind eye. Be like, oh, you want this name, bro? But yeah, that's the origin story. Anyway, next question we have here is from how do you say it? SEG Fault? Seg Fault? They said, why sub only VODs? Can't get a feel for your content with this barrier. Are they calling you out? What's going on?
Yeah, so I don't want to get into exactly the reason, but that's not going to be a permanent thing. I can't. It's a complicated situation where I have somebody who has gone out of their way to watch my content and spam invite people that are hanging out with me, or they go back and they watch my VODs to like stalk me and see what I'm doing.
Okay, that's reasonable. Yeah,
it's somebody that I don't get along with anymore that I did before. And it's just kind of one of those malicious things. And I know because we don't get along, they're not going to subscribe to my channel. So if I have it sub only, it'll keep them from getting access to that unless they get somebody else to do it, in which case other people will see the kind of person they are. So for now, it's sub only. It probably won't stay like that for too long.
Just use Prime Gaming
hopefully.
sub, bro. Come on, regular viewers. Just get mom's credit card, bro. Just get a credit card. Just watch Oath live. What the fuck? Just watch you live.
I mean, like, well, the thing too is you know, like people make clips as well. So they're like clips are obviously still accessible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's understandable from your point of view. I've heard of similar stories, honestly, from the VR chat community.
Well, I mean,
Not surprised.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating. And I mean, like, the person's a streamer, so generally they're live when I'm live too sometimes. At least at times when it matters. And so it's not like they're probably going to be watching my stream while they're streaming. So I don't have to worry about it as much then. But now they can't go back and watch the VOD and see what, you know, what I was up to or who I was with. And then, because I mean, the person's been notorious for reaching out to people that are around me and trying to like rope them onto their side for shit. Yeah, it's very fucking weird. It's
what the fuck?
People are weird. I don't know. It's unhealthy. I'm just trying to do my own thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, if they're gonna do that, I'm gonna do what I can to try and like prevent it from happening. You know, I've gotten to a point where I was turning name tags off, but some people you can still identify. You know what I mean? At this point, since I talk,
Yeah.
I can pretty much just have the VR chat camera on and it doesn't show nameplates. So, I mean, that's easier at least too. It is what it is.
That sucks. You know?
Yeah.
I've heard of other streamers having to deal with not exactly the same situation, but somewhat like I had a friend who would work out in VR chat, and they have to delete their VODs all the time because people would clip it and they're like working out, and then they make noises, you're stretching and shit, and people clip it and be like, oh yeah, like you get fucking horny. I'm like, dude, they're fucking working out, relax. Jesus Christ.
You can, if you ban the people that make the clips, they can't make clips anymore.
That's true.
I mean, it is frustrating to deal with because, I mean, obviously you have to go through your clips if it's a regular thing that happens, but you can stop that from happening. Not only does it ban them from your chat, but it bans them from making clips.
Yeah,
At the same time, you would think with something like that, like if a clip like that would get reported or something, that Twitch would look into the full context, but I mean, obviously they may not. People have been banned for some goofy reasons.
There's some pretty epic wickeds in my chat, dude. Yo, what up, gamers? They told me to dab, that's why I did that. Anyway, next question from the Yup. Oathmeal, how did you find out about VR chat? Yeah, how did you become a G-Gen like us?
So back in 2017, it was probably like early October. I was just going through YouTube, just kind of falling down the rabbit hole, and I had this video pop up of VR chat, and it was a video of specifically Ayaka and PDM. If anybody remembers them, they were members of the Lolly Squad. They were in these two little wolf girl avatars that were basically identical, and they were just like hugging each other and just kind of hanging out, and it just looked adorable, right? And I'm like looking at this, I'm like, this is VR? Like, they're in virtual reality? Like, have we really advanced this far to where this is a thing? And I was fascinated, but I hadn't yet decided to buy anything yet. Like I was gonna do some research, but then I seen it in the recommended. Was one of Joey's videos, one of Nag's videos. Yeah. And I watched that, and it was like, him interacting with like Rad and a couple other people, and I mean, everybody was having a good time. And I was like, okay, like I'm sold. Like, this is cool. I want to check this out. And I mean, at the time, I had like a pretty good job, so I just threw down money for a VR. I never even tried a desktop. Like my first experience with VR chat was in VR.
Damn, I was in desktop. I was fucking.
I mean, there's no shame in it, right? Like, I mean, I always tell people, even if you can't afford like a headset, it's no problem. You can still play a desktop. But
listen,
I mean, I had a good enough job.
I made up for my personality.
I'm gonna go full immersion.
What's up, brother? What's going on? Hell yeah, goddamn anime women and shit. What the hell? good times. And then I got the power of the hands, and then the first thing I did started punching people in the face. It's like, what now, bitch? What now? Fuck you. I hate anime. Yeah, good times.
You go from punching people and I hate anime to here we are.
Oh, I always loved anime. People fail to realize that I was playing a character. I was just a next level role player. I was just pretending. It's basically just imagine a no pixel streamer when they're all role playing as cops and robbers and crackheads or whatever. Just imagine me doing that, but instead I did in VR chat. That's exactly because I actually watched the no pixel stuff before VR chat. And I loved it in like the Arma days, and I was like, what if I just did that in VR chat? And that's what Kenny K. Kona was, but no one connected the dots. They just thought I was some random hillbilly that got VR.
Just some random hillbilly that found a headset and just started harassing people.
Yeah. That was good times. Yeah. I wanted to stick out because everybody was Hatsune Miku, and everybody was just the same Miku models that you found in Publix, and I was like, that's boring, dude. I was like, how can I be different? Okay, I'll play as a dude. Okay, that's different. Okay, then how do I become more different? I actually looked at the male models, and they were trash. And I mean, some of them, I mean, there's decent ones now, but they're terrible.
That was the main reason. That was one of the main reasons why a lot of people used female avatars too, is because if you were looking up like assets for male models, it was very rare to find anything good.
Yeah.
Like you really couldn't find much. Once you go on like DeviantArt, and you've got like all these like TDA models, Miku model, you know, like you had so many options. There was so much stuff to choose from.
Everyone looked the same. Only the streamers had their own models. Over time, yes. What I mean by that is I played when, you know, Team 5 was first starting up, but a lot of the people in Team 5 literally just used public avatars, and then we slowly started getting our own and like figuring out who could edit models for us. So
for a while, Whoops didn't even have his own model. He was like that
the
purple
ghastly
fox that a lot of other people still had.
Ghost or Ghastly Wolf or whatever. It was just some public nine-tailed fox or whatever it was.
Yeah, no, I when I learned about Whoops, he wasn't the first one that I seen with that avatar. Like so many people attributed that to him, but I had another friend who used that like before I had ever heard of him. It's like when I seen him and you know, like I had somebody else even I think comment on one of my videos to seeing my friend using that avatar, like, oh, that's Whoops model. And I'm like, huh? Who? Like,
that's what it was like.
It was a public model. It wasn't, you know, it was no different than mine. Like, I mean, when people would see like I always had people saying like I was like, you know, the Hanikawa of like VR chat or whatever, or like if you know like Misty for example would get pissed off because, you know, people would call her Oathmeal because they also used the Hanikawa model.
Yeah, they did for a long time. That's
you know, like
that's
I
the culture
for it because of my content.
It's the same in any other game too. It's like, oh, you used that model, oh, you fucking copied this other person, dude. Like all I did was I looked up models and I didn't like any of them, and it wouldn't make. I mean, maybe it would have been funnier if I played as like Hatsumiku, but I still did the cake. It's like, what the fuck?
Okay, that
would have been pretty funny too. But I wanted to be more immersive, so I found the Kenny model online. It was like ripped from the game. It didn't have any Vise memes or anything, and I did import it myself, and I felt so proud because I was the first one to do it. So whenever you go to any world, I was the only Kenny in the whole fucking game. So I was like, I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm like this cell shaded Borderlands looking character, and everybody else is like anime. So I stuck out like a sore thumb, and that's what I wanted to go for. So it worked out.
Yeah.
Shanzo was the man. Yeah, he is. He makes a lot of great models. He helped Oathmeal make some models too, I think, right?
Yeah, he's still going. Yeah, no, he made the model that I mainly use right now for my desktop streams. I'm actually going to be working with Gideon soon. Gideon's supposed to start work on a complete from scratch model.
Ooh,
right now what I have, the base that I have right now, it's like TDA. It's been touched up and everything by Gideon. But like the outfit that you're seeing, like Gideon did. All from scratch. The hoodie, the pants, the shoes, the bra underneath and everything. Like he did all that from scratch.
Nice.
So it's going to be interesting to see what he comes up with.
Yeah, finding models these days is tough. Everyone, their mom is busy. All those damn VTubers steal my modelers. They're paying them too much money. I can't afford it. I'm poor now.
Yeah, no, I lucked out because you know, for the longest time I've been wanting to like partner with somebody who's like a really good model maker.
Yeah.
And you know, I was seeing all the stuff that Gideon was making, and I really love the style that he does. So there was just there was a night where like I was supposed to go on like a VR date with somebody for like a stream, and I realized like, dude, I have no good outfits. And so I messaged Gideon, like I was drunk and I was like panicking. I was like, dude, I have this thing like in like a couple days. Like, do you have any outfits or anything? And he's like, oh, I got you. Within a weekend, he made my dress outfit.
Damn.
It wasn't even something that was already made. Like I think the shoes were already made, but like everything else he had just done within that weekend. He just grinded it out in a matter of like 2 days, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And then, you know, soon after that, I reached out to him and I was like, you know, I've been wanting to do like a partnership with somebody. And he was on board with it. It's like he, you know, like we plan on doing like different outfits throughout the year, and we've already got an idea in mind for Halloween. And I'm also going to be getting a new base too. So it's exciting.
There you go. I don't have anyone like that. I mean, I would just pay the same modeler, but I can't anymore because they're like indefinitely closed forever now. Fuck.
Yeah, it's hard to find people. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Maybe I should just start looking at like local colleges or something, universities. Yo, hey, you 3D modeling? Hey.
It's That's not a bad idea, actually.
It's worth a shot. I don't know. That's all I'm thinking of.
Because something like that would actually be pretty good. It'd be pretty good practice for them. So, I mean, they could make money on the side and then get practice for, you know, what they're working towards.
Exactly.
I could see something like that working. That's like, I feel like I heard something before about people going to like a local dentistry colleges and stuff to get like work done on their teeth. It's like teeth cleaning and stuff like that. And it's
yeah.
generally either really cheap or free because they're still learning, and it's like hands-on practice for them. So, you know, something similar.
Yeah, I think they have to get hours. That's why. Like.
Yeah, that's probably what it is too. Yeah.
Damn, dude, I wish.
Get the experience, get some hours in the belt.
Clean my teeth for free, boy. Let's go.
Heck yeah.
Next question we have here is from Sound of Raindrops. Do you have a favorite flavor of oatmeal?
Oh shoot, man, I don't eat a lot of oatmeal. I would probably say like brown sugar. Brown sugar's. If I'm gonna eat any oatmeal, it's probably brown sugar. Yeah.
All right. Next question from Evie. Has Oath been paid their kitty cat tax today?
Paid the kitty cat tax. What is that, like getting sent cat pictures? Because if that's the case, no.
You have a cat tax?
Or are they asking if I paid the cat tax? You gotta send pictures of the cats.
Has Oath been paid, meaning that you're receiving? So that means that someone's sending you kitty cat tax. So I guess.
Man, if I'm supposed to be getting something, I'm not getting it. I'm way behind on payments here.
Oh shit. Come on, chat, you're slacking. Kito Kitsune. What would your theme song be? Oathmeal / Rebel if you had one.
Theme song.
I already got a theme song, the stream intro. Easy clap, dude.
Oh man, that's a tough one to answer. Yeah, I don't know. I would need some time to think on that. I can't think of anything.
Okay, what genre would be? Rock, metal, drum and bass?
I honestly don't know. I listen to like everything, man. So long
country?
as it sounds good, I'm usually good with whatever.
Listen to some country.
Yeah. It's just go old school with like
John
a
Denver.
Alan Jackson song.
No, you gotta go with some John Denver.
John Denver, yeah.
Country roads, take me home. I actually did sing Country Roads. I can't sing for shit, but for when Team 5 did a talent show, when they actually did them, I think I did sing Country Roads once. That was my thing in the K Kona voice. Oh fuck, good times.
Oh man.
When's the next talent show? Yeah, real talk, chat. When's the next talent show, guys? It's been 3 years, dude.
I haven't seen anybody do a talent show in a long time. It's a good point.
Oh, what you're saying is I should
Host one. Do it.
Yeah, we're already planning on doing that.
Where's my water?
Yeah. It just takes a lot of planning, and then people have to show up, and then they cancel. The moral of the story is people talk, but they don't do the doing. So like, you know what I mean? What's the saying for it? You're all talk and no bite. You're all bark and no bite.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moral of the story with me. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, let's do an interview. Oh yeah, we'll let's go to this talent show. And then I'm like, yo, you ready? And they're like, what?
Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Like, right,
you think I was serious, dude? Loser. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the moral of the story. Any more questions, chat? Any more? Anyone else? Any questions? I'll take questions in the chat too. Anybody else? Anyone? Where do you stand? Listen, if this campaign finance bullshit, main answer. That's a meme.
Where do you stand?
He's
Okay, look, man, we're sitting.
Yeah, we're sitting. Idiot. What do you think we are? Floaters?
I mean, I usually am with my beanbag chair.
Oh my god. If Rob sees you, he'll call you out. Guaranteed.
He didn't at Degen nights, but I think it's more like a roleplay thing. If you're like in their RP lobbies and you're kind of floating around, he's not a fan of that. But he's never said anything to me.
That's because you're the Friday fling. You get a pass. You get the pass. You know.
I get yeah. I guess I get lucky.
You get the floater pass. What's the plan now that you found your voice box? More social gatherings?
I mean, I'm, mostly still doing the same stuff that I've always been doing. I'm trying to do more stuff with people and everything. I know I've got like a couple people that are interested. It's just a matter of like better planning. I'm one of the worst people when it comes to planning. Rokon, I do actually need to plan a meet and greet with you at some point. I know it was him that asked that. So there is that'll allow for that too. Yeah.
Another question for Panda Boo: is everyone in VRChat and female avatars? Wrong, because Lofty's in a male avatar, so that's not everyone. Get checkmated, atheist. Just get fucked. You can barely even see him. The question. And also to add salt to that injury, like most people are in female models anyway, but there are dudes. Just go to the Void Club. You see the Wolf Boy E-boys in the Wolf Gang, bro. They'll try and hit on you.
Man, listen. All right. I feel like most of the people that I do see in those avatars that are in those open worlds too are like assholes. So I was at Degen nights, not this past Saturday, but I think the Saturday before, and it started winding down, and I went to leave, and I got invited to another world, which is like a friend's. It was a friend's plus, and I'm laying there with a couple people. We're just hanging out and like talking. We were in like a private call or whatever, but like we're all in the same world. Like we were in a private call in Discord while we were, and there's just this guy. This fuckboy off to the side in like his e-boy avatar, covered in like tattoos, and
just floating.
He's like leaned back in a chair, trying to look all cool, just floating. Yeah, and
always.
I wouldn't necessarily like. It's not about the appearance, right? What rubbed me wrong about this guy is I can't remember exactly what he said at first, but like everybody like in our area, like a little off to the side from him, was just like, "What the fuck?" Because the guy started talking like he was asking this girl these like weird questions, like sexual questions, and she like walks off, and somebody says something to him like dude, that's like weird, and he goes, no, it's fine, don't worry about it, like I do this all the time. Like she gets drunk and then she doesn't remember. So like I asked her to like send me pictures of her tits, and like she's not gonna remember. And yeah, and I unmute, and I'm like, dude, like are you fucking stupid? Like what the fuck? Like I unmute. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He just like looks at me and then just like looks away. I'm just like, dude, you have the perfect avatar for the kind of personality that you are. And what makes it better is the guy had like he had like that accent, like that city. Okay, you know, like the kind of accent that like Joey has.
Oh, the Jersey.
It was kind of like that. Yeah, like the Jersey accent, but it was so much like thicker. It was like such a thick Jersey accent, and he just seemed like such a douche.
Hey, why don't you show me some tits? Hey, come on, man. Come on.
That's how it was.
Hey, yo, broad. Hey, yo, show me your titties. Come on. What the? She won't remember, tomato. What the fuck, Come on, show me your titties, lady. What the?
Literally how it was. It's literally how it was. Like, yeah, don't worry about it. Like,
don't worry about it. Hey, I'm walking here. What the fuck you doing? I'm fucking floating here. I'm fucking floating here. What are you doing? Hey, I'm trying to hit on this broad. Hey, sugar tits. Come over here. Send me your titties. Come on. Like that.
Seriously, yeah, it's dead on. You can't make this shit up, man. Like, I just thought it was so fucking weird. Just like, God, like this is actually real.
Hey, you want to take a shot with me? Hey. I got some Daniels. Come on, take a shot at me. Come on. What, you a pussy or something? Come on.
It's way too real, man. It's way too real.
Yeah. Well, that was me on my alt. My bad.
Oh, damn it, man.
Big conch? Yeah, that sounds like conch, yeah. You're amazing, thank you. If you think I'm amazing, you should follow. Anyway.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that follow button. Did you know with Twitch Prime, you can subscribe for free to your favorite streamer?
No way.
This guy right here.
Wow.
Yeah, you could support him with Twitch Prime, and it doesn't cost you anything.
28
if you already
emotes.
have Amazon Prime.
5 animated gifs. Literally, if you hit the follow button, you get 5 emotes for free. 5 emotes for free.
Look at that.
You lose nothing.
Thanks, sweetheart, for using your Twitch.
Oh, it
sub.
worked.
Exactly.
Oh, Jacoba. Oh
Underscore
my
VR. Just
god.
subscribe to
Thank you
Twitch
so
Prime.
much. I'm rich now. Thanks. That's my
Look at that.
quota for the day. Real shit.
Yeah, you just paid for his food today.
Hey, you just paid for this.
Heck
Yeah. You listen. Thanks for lending me your Lambo last night, Oath. It was pretty good. You saved that kid from that burning building.
Lambo.
Yeah, the Lambo. Yeah. Thanks for giving me your kidney too. You saved my life. Such a nice person.
It's okay. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Yeah, that's my T fund. Looks great. Thank you so much. I've been doing this for this is my 255th interview. But I don't really
Wait, that's a big number. Holy shit.
I don't really treat them like interviews. It's more like a hangout. It's like a casual conversation between two people, you know. Like I'll ask questions, obviously.
Yeah.
And, you know, but it's like banter half the time because
Spending all your biddies like
Holy
you wanted
shit.
me calling me.
I'm
want them
rich.
all over
350
me.
biddies.
Here's the rest for that tea.
Thank you. They say the tea fund because I like iced tea, so I have to go to the grocery store and I have to buy that fucking iced tea. You know, Gold Peak iced tea. It's like $5. Fuck. That's why. That's why I use that Twitch money for to buy that iced tea, bro.
Have you ever tried using that as mixer for alcohol before, like Kraken?
No. I only drink if you really want to know. I don't drink the hard stuff because I can't afford it because I'm a broke bitch. So I just buy ciders and stuff, and the ciders just taste like apple juice, pears, or whatever you want. Actually, I had a cider that tasted like a freezy. It was fucking weird, but
Really?
yeah.
So nice of you. I'm a
That
giver
sounds
too.
good though.
Yeah, it tastes
Chip
like
Chip Flutterhouse gifted 3 months
you know, like
of
those
Tier
purple
1 Velocity
freezies?
VR. They've
Or
gifted
like the white ones, or
314
like the
months in
watermelon, or
channel.
whatever. It tastes exactly like a freezy. I shit you not. I was drinking it, and I was like, my brother's like, yeah, it's alcoholic, and I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it tastes like a freezy, but it gets you drunk as fuck. And I was like, what the shit? It's like 5%.
That's dangerous. That's great, but that's dangerous.
I mean, it was good. Hey, yo, Jib Jib, thanks for giving that sub to Lofty, my own mod, sitting in the audience over there. We also have a hype train level 2. That's pretty poggers, dude. Did you know that if you're on a hype train, not only do you get emotes, but you're also like on the front page of Twitch? Did you know that?
Wait, is that real?
Sometimes. It does add a special tag called Hype Train, and when you click that, anybody that has a current Hype Train is all placed in the same category. Now that is true.
That's pretty cool.
So that's why,
I didn't know that.
if you ever have a Hype Train, you see random people, like with the text where it says like first time chatter, that's because they click that category, and they're looking for Hype Trains.
Oh.
True story.
Okay. That's pretty sweet.
Level 2 weird champ. Yeah, it's whatever, bro. Anyway, do you have any questions for me? You don't have to. I always ask this, and a lot of people are unprepared. But hey, if you have a question for me, you can ask me anything, Oathmeal. I'll be honest.
Man, I'm always unprepared. What inspired you to start doing interviews exactly? Like, what gave you the idea and, pushed you to want to do it?
Do you want the long answer or the short answer? If you want the long answer, I can tell you the whole process. It's not like super long. I mean, fuck it, I might as well. I mean, get the full story. So
Yeah.
when I was a part of Team 5, I actually they did a podcast like every week or whatever, how often they did. I never was on it, but I thought to myself, well, we should have some segments. Like, instead of just shooting the shit on a podcast, like, what if we had segments? So I brought up to the idea in a meeting, because we used to have team meetings. I thought to myself, we should have like a VR chat news thing, and that's why I have a K Kona version where it says K Kona News Channel 5 or whatever it was. I have that avatar still, and so I pitched the idea. Some people were kind of like, eh. Some people were like, whatever. And at the time, GM3, better known as Boombox Head now, because he changed his name, he was the one that made the podcast world and a bunch of stuff for Poking the Boys. So I pitched him the idea, and he's like, dude, that's dope. He was like, yo, you should do that. So in the world, he added a little like booth for me, and pretty much what was supposed to happen during a podcast was like when there was like a segment or like maybe they were AFK or whatever, they would switch to me, and then I'll talk about like, yo, because at the time VRChat would get updated randomly, and also at the time the VRChat devs, this is all true, they literally contacted us specifically, and they gave us access to updates before anybody else. For example, the stream camera, I had access to that before anybody else. Only like 20 people had access to it. I was one of the few people that had access to it. Whoa. Fucking soundboard. Anyway, so we did, and I would talk about stuff like that. So I would talk about like VR chat updates, or like, hey, yo, there's going to be a talent show next week or something. Like whatever the fuck was going on, I would be like the advertisement segment. And what ended up happening with that was Poke and a few others saw that. Like, they went to the podcast world, and they were like, they just looked over and like, what the fuck is this shit? And I was just like, oh, that's the thing that I pitched. And I said it to like you guys, and then I said it to GM3, and they're like, yeah, remove that. We don't want that. I was like, okay. And then
Shitty.
and then fast forward, instead of like adding it to the world, I was like, okay, they don't want it in their part of their world, their podcast thing. So I started talking to Laughing Jack, who was a part of the team at the time as well. He knew how to make worlds, so he made a world still on my account where we're making my own like newscaster world. I still have it. It's not even finished. And I was supposed to do like VR chat news, where I'm a news anchor, had like a green screen, all this shit. And we never used it, because when I would pitch this idea week after week to the other members, nobody like was interested. Even though I was like, I don't know, like whenever they would bring up an idea, they're like, oh, that's a cool idea. Like when they did their ideas, and their ideas were just like, let's, I don't know, do this other thing. Let's go play Terraria. Woo! And you know, they would be like, yeah. And then I'll be like, yo, can I do like a news thing? And they're just like, I don't know, it's whatever. So I was like, okay, fuck. Well, I guess I'm all by myself. So I had the world made, and it was almost finished, but nobody else wanted to be a news anchor with me, or like be a part of it, or like, you know how like the news, they have like sports? So instead of sports, I would do like VR chat worlds of the week, and somebody would be that specific person that would do that, or like avatars of the week, or VR chat news, or, you know, Team 5 news or whatever. That's what I would want to do. It never happened, never took off. But I still had the avatar, so I would jokingly go around and be like, K-Kona News, and like fuck around with just random people and when I would stream. And then fast forward to Midnight Central after Team 5 fell apart. It was renamed to the Midnight Central News thing. And then I tried to, again, convince people to do it with me. It never took off. Then for many years, for however long it was, never took off. Then in early 2019, when I used to go to Neko Nights, when that was the thing, I met Ladle there, better known as Waifu Delivery Service, who's now named I'm Ladle. I met her there, and she didn't know who I was, but we were in the downstairs there with the VIP, or whatever you want to call it, whatever that room was. It had the stripper poles in it when they got removed. So I was there with her and a few others.
Yep, VIP.
And she never knew. I didn't know who she was. I didn't even know she was a streamer or anything. Her and I started talking, and she started talking about like, oh, there's this guy that made like the presentation room plus. Was that you? And I was like, yeah, that was me. And they're like, that was pretty cool, you know, blah blah blah. And then she was like, hey, I wanted to do this sort of podcast interview, talk show, open discussion thingy in VR chat. And I was like, oh, shit, I actually wanted to do that too for the longest time. It just never got anywhere because nobody wanted to do it with me. So I'm like, now I have someone that wants to do it with me. So I talked to Ladle, and like within like a week or two, we started hitting it off. And we used my world for the first couple episodes. And then Shizui, she made the world for Ladle that still is public to this day. You can still go to, I think, and it's Ladle's talk show world. And then we started doing that talk show together once a week. It was every Friday at like 7:30 p.m. EST. And then we did that for like,
I think you all had me on that before.
yes, I believe so. We did that for a couple months. I don't know, like we did once a week, so maybe like 15, 16 episodes. I don't remember how long it was. But it ended up getting canceled or like no longer being a thing. At the time, WoW Vanilla came out, so I remember it because it was like August of 2019. And Ladle just went and started playing more WoW and didn't really want to do the talk show anymore. And I was like, okay, and then it got canceled. And then people who watched that show, by the way, during that time, I never really got any viewership or anything like that, but people respected me because I was like the co-host, and people were like, hey, Rebel, why don't you just do your own show? Like, that was a cool show you did with Ladle. It sucks it's over, but why don't you do your own? So I was like, I don't know. And then it took me about a month to like, because I went back to like just walk around VR chat, like not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. So, and then in September, so less than a month later, I sat down in Unity and made my own little world that you were in previously, like a long time ago, like a year ago. I made that world in 2 days, and I learned how to do, like make cameras and all that shit, like a really basic set. But I made that world, and then I've been doing interviews ever since. And then I got this world a year ago from Legends. And basically, the short story is I got into doing interviews because a long time ago when I wanted to do like a news thing with Team 5 and then Midnight Central, and then that never came a thing, and then I did it with Ladle, and then when that fell apart with Ladle, I decided to do my own thing. And I love it. I love people. I found what was what I enjoyed to do, because previous to doing interviews and then at the same time, I tried to do like the waifu challenge stuff. I did the waifu hunting. I did random improv things. I used to run clubs randomly. I tried to do all these different content ideas, and they never worked. Only the waifu hunting, I guess, worked, but that was just a joke thing. But like everything else just fell apart. I tried to do a talent show. I literally made another world for talent shows. It never went anywhere. Because I told like 30 people to show up, and then none of them showed up, or like only 5 people showed up, and I was like, fucking hell, dude. I put all this effort and like nobody shows up. So then I eventually just started doing talk shows, and then here we are. You're in like a half later.
Okay.
That's the whole story.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. And when I interview people, especially in the early days, the first mute I interviewed I think was Chromia, and it was very interesting because people told me just before that, they're like, you can't interview mutes, Rebel. That's impossible. You can't do that. And I was like, fuck you, man. So I decided to take the challenge and interview mutes, because I feel that everybody has a story to tell, even if you choose not to talk or can't talk. And that's why I did it. And
of course. And
when people, the best part, what kept me going within like the first like 2 months of doing interviews is when I would go to random, off stream, just hanging out with random people. People would be like, oh shit, yo, Rebel, I saw you do the interview with like so-and-so or Chromia. That was really cool. Like I didn't know about them, but now I do, and how they got into VR chat. And like, that was really awesome, dude. And that made me happy, because like people were saying, oh, you're not like that funny random hillbilly in the background being gay corner brother or whatever. Like instead, now they're being like, wow, you're good. You're doing something cool with your own content. Like I'm the forefront. I ran the show. It made me happy that people wanted to see more. They're like, dude, when's the next interview, bro? Like that's what they said. Like, when's the next? I'm like, it's tomorrow. They're like, oh shit, I'm gonna tune in, bro. That's awesome. And that made me happy, and that's why I kept doing it, because when people, it's sort of like that reinforcement of like of people wanting to see more, like they're addicted or something.
Yeah. That's good, man. I know, like, I've been seeing you do this for a while, and it's awesome to see you stick with it. I'm glad to see you're still going with it and still enjoying it.
Oh,
yeah, that's crazy.
Spook Case in the chat.
I knew you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know it stemmed that far back. That's really awesome that you stuck with it and kept trying for it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I just love talking to people. And here's the thing. Before I did interviews, even with Ladle, often on my stream, I would sit there and talk to somebody for like 30 minutes, just talking like this to them, and like chat would just like not care and just be like, whatever, dude, get your 5 years. But when I started doing this sort of format where it's an interview, sort of, it worked out better. I guess I don't know, just like focusing the content on like a conversation between two people, and then like because also in VR chat everybody has a story to tell, right? Like VR chat is your own tailored experience. How we came to this game is different. Like you came from watching YouTube videos and watching Nags all those years ago. I came from watching Poke, and I started playing at a certain time, and if I interview someone who's only been streaming for 2 months, maybe they only play the game for 6 months, so their experience is completely different than mine. Or maybe they got into VR chat because of Yon and Knuckles or whatever. Like everybody's different, so interviewing people is a way to understand their stories, their process, get their side, what's going on. Or ask them of critical questions like, oh, how do you feel about VR chat? How do you feel about this? Role play stuff, whatever. Like, it's like, I don't know. There's so many things I could do, and I just love talking to people. That's literally the bottom line. I love talking to people. You catch me very often off stream talking to people in DMs all the time. I love DMing people on Discord, Twitter. Sometimes I hop in VR chat off stream and I just make a lobby, invite like 5 people and sit and talk to them for 6 hours.
That's one thing I'm looking forward to, because I've always been somebody who's like I'm not good with like small talk, but I love like deep conversations a lot of the time, or just kind of like speculating on different things, or like hearing about people's history, or like their beliefs and stuff. Like now that I talk, like it's not just kind of like fully one-sided. Like I've had people where they'll tell me stories and everything, but like I can kind of interject with my own experiences, or like say what I think about it, and that can always stem more conversations from that. I think that'll be fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, I'm totally on board with you there.
Yeah, I've had some VTubers interested in not for like coming into VR chat, but just coming onto like a Discord call just to talk about stuff, just to have conversations. And I don't know, like I'm an introvert, but I love talking to people. I love going to different communities and different events and not judging people and just talking to people, getting their side of the story, because there's so many different like parts of VR chat that I've never seen before, despite playing this game and no lifing for so long, that I just want to experience more things. And I feel like doing interviews is kind of like a gateway to like convince people, like, because you have to be here for like 2 hours or 3 hours, like, it's like kind of like you're locked in the room with me and now we get to talk, and like hang out,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the perfect environment for that type of stuff. Anyway,
very true.
We've been going for almost 3 hours, by the way. So
Oh wow. Wait, what time?
It's
what
11
time is it?
It's 11 o'clock.
Oh wait, yes. It's 11. Yeah, wow. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, when you're having a good interview, it lasts for longer than an hour.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Start drinking? Yo, let's crack up the Kraken, boys. Let's go. Hey, it's the Drunk Podcast. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, fuck that floater, dude. Fuck that wolf boy.
Yeah, there you go.
No, actually, I don't drink. In terms of streaming, in terms of doing interviews, I've had people drink on its show. Oh, it was. I didn't drink, but I could tell that they were like start slurring, and they're like, hey, I'm just like, bro, you're gonna say something you're gonna regret, dude.
The problem with that is it can go in so many different directions, and you don't want that to go in a direction.
Oh, absolutely.
It could end up TOS. Yeah, you never know.
Or just drama. I'd be like, hey, fuck this other person. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
interviews.
hey, content.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hey,
not the best.
hey, content, homie. I'll get an LSF, guys. What did Oaf say about Rob? Oh my god.
Scandalous, you know?
Wow. Oh my god. No longer Friday Flings. Hot drama. Drama alert. That one Rebel does drama alert. Yo, just in.
Oh no.
Our-
I think that's the last thing we need for VR chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god, a drama alert. They could do it with how much stuff happens. You know, that'd be something that's possible, but
No, it's already
God, it'd be a
happened.
disaster.
It's not on stream, but it's on Twitter. There's those drama fucking.
That's true.
There's this like
Yeah.
it's like years. They're all dead because they'll tweet for like a few days and then nobody gives a shit. But like, what they'll do is they'll make like VR chat drama like Twitter, and then they'll be like, "Yo, fuck this streamer, he fucking did this," and then everyone's just like, "Who cares?"
No,
They have like 2 followers.
the thing that it would take, the thing that it would take for something like that to even work, it would have to be. What the hell? I swap my controllers around. It would have to be somebody that already kind of has a voice in the community,
Yeah, you need a big
like
streamer.
that, you know, streams or makes content. Yeah. I mean, because like I don't know, not to get into that whole topic and everything, but Keemstar was already known before he did Drama
Yes.
Alert, right?
He was a
people
COD
knew.
guy.
So if you had somebody, if you had somebody in the community that had that, you know, clout or whatever, they could easily do something like that. And I'm surprised that they haven't.
Well,
But it's honestly probably
it's probably for the
best,
better.
'cause,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
uh,
If you do that drama
yeah.
alert stuff in VR, I'm just gonna be very transparent. Everyone watching, you're gonna have 0 friends. By the way, Keemstar has 0 friends.
True.
Like you will have 0
Very
friends.
true.
No one will talk to you because they'll be like, if I talk to you, then you're just gonna use me for content on your drama show, and then everyone's gonna hate you. Sure, you
Yeah.
might get more views because everyone's gonna watch it and be like, oh my god, did you watch the drama last night on that show or whatever? And everyone's gonna be talking about it. Sure, you be the talk of the town, but no one's gonna like you. You're gonna have 0 friends,
Yeah.
and everyone's gonna be like, fuck
Yeah.
you, man. You know.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it hasn't happened. You know.
I wonder if VRChat would step in though, because like you're not allowed to harass other players. So if you're just streaming, literally harassing other people, your main source of
I think-
content, ban 30 days,
I think it
1 month.
I think it would depend. It would depend on how you frame the content. Because if you were actually harassing them and not making it like an informative kind of thing, then yeah, 100%. I'm sure they would step in. But at the same time, that depends on, you know, if the person like, what if the person doesn't necessarily just do VR chat content? What if they didn't care?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Somebody
fuck.
in the community, but they don't necessarily do VR chat. What's VR chat gonna do?
Oh no,
You know?
you're thinking outside the box. There'd just be a VTuber in the
That's-
Just Chang section talking about it.
Exactly.
Oh
yeah.
shit, the loopholes. Oh god, now you just probably. Oh god, what if there was a VTuber that was just drama alert VTuber? This VTuber did this thing. Oh my god. Oh fuck.
God.
Oh
They could do it, too.
no.
There's a lot that goes on in those communities.
Shit, dude.
It's possible.
The drama alert VTuber is coming in hot. No way, I saw someone do it actually on Twitter, but it was a parody though. They weren't being serious. I saw someone do it.
Okay.
They were talking about you know the VTuber thing where everyone had the legs over the desk?
Oh God, yeah, I remember when everybody was doing that.
Yeah, so the person was like this really small like VTuber what made a Twitter video and it blew up because he was basically just criticizing everyone about he's like, what the fuck is this shit, huh? This fucking streamer, feed everywhere. What is this shit? What the fuck is wrong? Like he was just like, just be ashamed of yourself, you know?
Somebody could probably do it eventually. Hello, VTuber Nation. I'm your host, Cuddly Catstar. Let's get right.
Let's get right into the drama. Everyone is a fucking degenerate.
Right into the drama.
Let's get right into the fucking news.
Can you believe what Gura did the other day?
Whoa!
Come on, man.
Yo, drama, yo, fuck wolf girls, bro. Cat girls, hey, Liddy, hey, take the L, loser. L, yo, I'm W squad, yo, W, woo woo. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could get a gig on TMZ. Oh my god, TMZ VTuber. What the fuck?
There you go.
Oh my god, this VTuber was caught ERPing with this other VTuber. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Oh god. Scandalous. They were supposed to be with Gura. Oh my god.
Oof.
Yeah. Anyway. Would Oath be down to be on the Unmuted podcast or a guest on Rob's Elimination Dating Show?
You know, I don't think I would have a problem doing like a podcast, especially if it's similar to something like this, right? Because, you know, it's kind of, you know, built around conversations.
Thanks,
and
darling, for using your Twitch sub
topics and all that. That's
on me.
fine.
Control
The
just
elimination
subscribe
dating
to
show
Twitch
thing
Prime
that they do,
Black.
that involves like role play, obviously. And I'm like I've done role play before, but I'm incredibly awkward and really self-conscious. And I just don't think I could do well with something like that.
That's your character.
I think I would have to be extremely drunk. So yeah, it would be no different than. Well, I mean that's how the 2018 crossover was. I was drinking the whole time.
Yeah,
like
I could tell.
It's like a stress-inducing thing, and I mean it was certainly obvious. I was drinking every time
Because I kept seeing. I remember watching your stream, and you're like this, and you're like. I was like, okay, they're clearly drinking something, and they're getting more loopy and fucking, you know, as time goes on. I was like,
well, I mean, like, you know, alcohol can like help, you know, deal with anxiety, and I'm not saying like it's good to do that. But I mean, it was also the fact that, you know, the only role play that I was used to doing is kind of like one-off joke role play, like the earlier days in VR chat, right?
yeah.
And you know, I'm in this like serious role play, and it's just oof. You know what? Let's have a drink. Let's have another drink. Okay, I can do this. I'm feeling good. It's fine. It's a club role play. People are supposed to be drinking, right?
Yeah.
This is great. I'm okay. You know, it worked. But for like an eliminating dating show, I don't know, man. I don't think I can manage it. The podcast thing though, yeah, that's cool. I could probably do that.
All right, I could set that up. Probably.
Yeah.
It depends on how the other people feel. Yo, thanks for the 3 months. I mean, most of the guest stars in the elimination were drinking / smoking. There you go. Most people were drinking /
That's
drunk.
fair. I just
Yeah.
it's the thing is, like I said, a lot of that kind of ties into like role play sometimes. And when I get hit with like a question or like a situation that, you know, I overthink, and I know something like that would end up happening with that, I freeze up and I don't know what to say. And I know that's what would happen. Like, you know, Rob gets a lot of people that watch him, and so do like some of the other people, you know, that are in those lobbies. And so like that would be in the back of my mind is like, don't look like an idiot, like don't say something stupid, and I'm just going to be awkward. So
You could
I'd probably definitely have to be intoxicated.
you could have Rob talk for you, or murder Crumpet.
I think that would be even more weird. I mean, like, even as a mute going to a lot of those lobbies, like, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I'd stand around awkwardly. Like, I'm overall just an awkward individual. It's just always been that way.
You're not
like
awkward.
That on stream too. Like on my own streams.
You've been here for 3 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I still overly feel awkward.
Yeah, can we get some hearts in the chat for Oathmeal? Yeah. Come on.
Oh man.
Come on, we need at least one heart in the chat. Come on, guys. I know you guys are sleeping. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. See, we got some hearts in the chat. See, it was that easy. It's just delayed. Damn, look at all those hearts.
Wonderful.
Damn. That's all for you, Oathmeal. See, it's all for you.
That just makes me feel more awkward.
No, it's fine. See, I'll talk for a minute. So anyway, chat. Are you guys enjoying this talk show? Let's get some feedback from the chat. What do you guys think? Are you guys enjoying this? Do you guys like this format? You know, do you guys like this interview that or like hangout we had of Oathmeal? How you guys feeling? You guys doing good? Drinking some water? Stay hydrated. It's great. Thanks, dead guy. See my dead guy. Sorry, my camera guy agrees. But anyway,
I will say it has been fun.
Yeah, we
stuff like this. I think is always always a good time.
We can start wrapping up. All good things have to come to an end. I can't be here, you know, forever.
Of course.
Only when I was with Chips. That was like 4.5 hours. That was a good time.
Oh god. Well, he can sing. I can't sing, so.
Okay, well, it's because I took 4.5 hours in that interview because I was like, I'm never gonna fucking interview this guy ever again. Might as well make it long as fuck. Just ask every question.
For sure.
And I was roasting him half the time too. I was like, what happened to your harem, dude? What happened to those cat girls, dude? He's like, what the fuck, man? I was roasting him.
You bring him on just to roast.
He's like, what is this, an interview or roast, dude? And I was just like, I don't know, it's both.
You gotta have them at the same time. You know, you can't plan them separately. You gotta get it all at one time. The chances of getting him a second time is rare.
Exactly. It'll probably never happen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him since. Actually, that's a lie. I saw him at the VTuber prom thing. There's a VR chat prom that was for VTubers. It was alright. It was definitely, I have some weird stories from it, but Chips went and he felt awkward around everyone, so he's like, I don't want to drink around these people I don't know. So he told me to go to the bathroom in the world and we would drink in the bathroom. Fuck.
Drink it. That's even more weird.
Dude, I said that to him. I was like, why are we drinking in the bathroom? He's like, I don't know these people, man. I don't want to get drunk and embarrass myself. I was like, bro, okay.
So go to the bathroom and how does, like, you're still drinking, like the change of the location doesn't make you any more sober.
It's because he would call shots every like
he
would take a drink every like 2 minutes, so he'd be like, I don't want people to think, you know, I'm a drunk or, you know, alcoholic or something. I was like, okay, man, let's hide in the bathroom. He'd be like, oh, bathroom, yeah, let's go to the bathroom real quick, take a shot, so no one knows we're getting drunk.
Dude, like all you had to do in that situation, right, is like, don't say it out loud, just like kind of plan the first time, like, you know, like go to the bathroom, whatever, make a plan to like do a certain kind of gesture or something for a drink, and then just take a drink. Don't even announce anything. Boom.
No, that takes too much effort. That's too much effort.
You know what I mean?
That's too much effort.
How? It takes more effort to be like, dude, let's go to the bathroom.
Hindsight 2020. Listen, I followed along because I was funny.
Guys are going, like, they keep going to the bathroom together. Like, what do you think they're doing in there?
Listen,
like, they keep going to the bathroom together. Over
it was
and
also
over.
with
like
Nano too.
That's clearly happening. Like,
it was Nano, Chips, and I think somebody else. We all ran to the bathroom.
It's an orgy in the bathroom.
All right. Well, you said
it. Yeah.
There was one time during that prom where you had to go AFK to get some drinks, so you went to the bathroom to go AFK, and oh, it was fucking weird. So he was AFK, and then like these two random, like I guess like VTubers or people that got in were like looking like he was like crippled up on the fucking ground. These two people are like, "Oh my god, is that Chips? Oh my god, dude, I'm such a big fan." And I heard that, and I walk into the bathroom, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you two doing?" He's like, "Oh shit!" And then they fucking run away, and I'm like, "What the shit?" And I told Chips, he's like, "Dude, that's fucking weird, dude." It's fucking
hilarious. He's just
yeah.
like a cripple, like just all like
Yeah, he's like a pretzel.
bent down and all mangled, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's Chips! Look at him!" And he's just like,
yeah. One of them was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a picture,"
man.
and then they're like, "I'm gonna take a picture of him." I'm like, "He's fucking AFK! What the
dude.
fuck, dude?"
"No."
Holy shit! I don't like to call people orbiters, but that was fucking
Picture of me with
fucking.
Chips. They posted on.
He's like
posted
this.
on Twitter,
"Hey
like, "Look, guys."
I'm with Chips, dude.
I meant Chips. I meant Chips. Oh no, man! Come on. Oh, I love it. It's
True
so
story.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, I have so many stories from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one other story I have with Chips during the night. So people were streaming the VTuber prom, and we'll just say 'cause it's public knowledge. But Momo was streaming, and she's fine. She's my friend. Anyway, she was streaming to like 2,000 people in our instance of the prom, and like there's people in there, like VTubers, that are trying to hit on her at the prom.
I believe it.
In front, and so the chat was like, "What the fuck?" They were like weird champing. They're like, "What's this guy trying to do? Trying to hit on Momo? Like, she's just trying to enjoy herself. Like, relax." It's fucking weird. I felt bad for her. Take a picture last one.
There's always going to be people like that.
Yeah, trying to hit on some of the VTubers. It was weird. Anyway, and then there was an after party after prom party where you couldn't stream it, so we went to a different world, and this is where also anybody could join anyone's instance, because the VTuber prom was like segregated. There was like 12 proms going at the exact same time. There's like probably like 300 400 VTubers or something, but you can only have like 20 people in a world.
Sounds like such a clusterfuck.
Yeah, so they had like one host per instance. They're all using the same world, but you weren't allowed to like go to the other instance. So whoever you had is what you had. So we had a lot of people who were like really small, really shy VTubers and really popular. It was like a very inconsistency. So like we had people like fangirling for certain people, fanboying, whatever. And then the after party, no one could stream, so people starting to like mix in between the parties. And the instance I was in was pretty lit, because we had I had like, you know, CC, I had Buff Pup, I had myself, I had Chips, I had Silvervale, I had Momo, all the gamers, and people started getting really drunk, and I took a picture. I had it on my old computer. I probably posted it somewhere, but it was Chips. Basically, Chips was like really drunk, and he was sitting on a couch, and then there was just like anime like women all around him. I was like, dude, you're living the dream, dude. He's like, yo, whatever, bro. I'm just drinking, bro. I'm just like, he didn't care. He's just I was like, dude, you're surrounded by all these hot anime women, dude. He's like, yeah, whatever, bro. I'm just drinking, dude. It's like. And then they started like dancing all over him, like fucking twerking on him. And he's like, I'm just drinking, bro. He's like, I'm just drinking, bro.
Oh, that does sound like him, though.
Yeah. He's like, you taking a shot? He's like, someone's dancing like ass in his face. He's like, you want to take a shot? I was like, yeah. Just
like, all right, yeah.
Fuck it, you know. Chips is on tour too often to be affected by anime girls. Oh shit.
That's true. He was living that life already.
Yeah. Amber
playing
Pacific,
music,
bro.
and going on tour. Yeah.
Yeah, he's used to it, dude. He had a harem, dude. He's already used to it, man. He's immune.
Yeah. It doesn't affect him.
Damn. Anyway, I think we should wrap up though. So,
sounds good. That's fine with me. I was gonna say like 3 hours. That's pretty long.
3.5, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But any final statements you want to say? You'd be like, yo, I'm streaming later tonight. Hey, yo, follow me on Oathmeal. I don't know. You got anything going on?
I mean, I am streaming later, but I don't know when. So I have a tendency to take time to press the start streaming button. So I don't really have anything else to shut up.
I feel that.
Keep supporting this guy.
Thanks.
His interviews are awesome. It's always fun being on here. You know, show him all the love. And stay hydrated. That's about it. I don't really have anything else.
All right. Well, I'll wrap it up here. Hey, thank you again to Oathmeal for coming by. It's been a blast. Had a lot of fun. A lot of goofs, a lot of gaps. A lot of stories to be told.
Yep.
You know, I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, it'll be on YouTube probably tomorrow or the next day. Did you know that actually it's a rule that you can't actually export your VODs directly to YouTube within 24 hours or you get banned? It's actually true.
I remember that, yeah. It's part of the exclusivity agreement in the partner agreement, yeah.
Dumb rule, dude. I can't upload interviews like right off the bat, dude. Fucking hell. But anyway,
24 hours isn't that bad.
Yeah,
It
true.
does kind of suck, but
anyway,
could be worse.
Thanks so much again. Shout out to Oathmeal. Go check him out. Follow them. Hit him up with Prime Gaming, subs, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1. They'll give you maybe some head pats. That's about it. But yeah, it was a good time. It's glad to hear you talking. After all these years.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to finally be talking. It's been fun.
I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I got to have all these memories, experiences with you. Have long conversations, drink here and there. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And many more to come. And maybe we'll do some other stuff. Maybe we'll play some DBD and you'll carry my ass. I don't know.
I'm up for it.
Oh,
I
shit.
play that, like, I go back and forth between that game all the time, so I'm always up for that.
I mean, I got other games. I mean, Risk of Rain 2. You got Phasmophobia and do some scary games.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good too, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good with all that.
Yes, I'm poor as fuck. I've died too many times. I'm broke. You want to help a brother out?
I actually have a decent amount of money in that game because when I play it, I'm usually playing with people that are loaded, so they buy everything.
You can be my sugar daddy then.
Yeah, there we go. That's fine.
Hell yeah.
I'll lose all my money.
No, I won't
not good at
die.
it and I'm not good
I
at
looked
it,
it
then we're
up.
screwed.
Listen, I died because I played with one other person and we weren't in a squad, so like we were fucked. So I feel like playing with 4
Okay,
players
well.
is the play. Get more people in it.
Yeah. It's a lot better that way, yeah. Yeah, I'm always on board for that.
But yeah, thank you everybody. We're gonna go end the stream, raid somebody. Do you have any recommendations who to raid?
Shoot, who's live right now? We can take a look here. Oh god, that's moving.
I was thinking of that guy for
Okay,
the
I can't
camera
even
work.
click.
Lofty for modding. Thank you. But I mean, what I do is I usually just look at the VR chat category and then I'll just be like, okay, this person. And if not, then I go to the VTuber category. Either or works.
Yeah, let's take a look. Who is in the VR chat category? There's not a lot of people that I know. I don't really talk with a lot of people. I see Lulu. They're pretty nice.
Hi Lulu HD.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you talked to them before?
I interviewed them.
Well, then you know them then. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
They're pretty nice.
I know. Looking at the list, I know majority of the people on this list. There's people who are doing role plays, Fracture Friends. I know them. There's people from the Gator crew. I know Taiga. I know all those people. So I know everybody. It's the VTubers that I don't really know. So when I go in that category, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna raid somebody.
Oh, there's so many. I know like none of them. I don't know many people on the VR chat side, and I definitely don't really know people on the VTuber side.
I know a few VTubers. Very few. If you want me to raid Ilul, I can do that. Let's go raid Ilulu.
Yeah, if you want to do that, go for it. Yeah.
Once I raid, don't go anywhere because I'll talk to you for a minute. I want to also take a photo, and then you can be on your way.
Yeah, sounds good.
Can you switch the scene? Because you're gonna see me all crippled up. So I want to see that. All right, I'm gonna put the camera on you, and you can say your final statements, whatever you want to say. Let the world hear it.
Oh. Yeah, I got nothing.
I'm
Hope
a
y'all are
cat.
having a good
meow.
day. Good night. Yeah. Cat. I'm a kitty cat. But I don't feel like dancing, so I'm not gonna do that part.
You ever watch fuck, I forget what it's called, but the guy said, he always said good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Truman Show. In case I don't
For
see
some
ya.
reason, I was gonna say Mr. Rogers.
In case I don't see ya. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Definitely not right. Well, that works too. Yeah.
Alright. Alright, I'm raiding. Alright. Take care.